Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Farmers, be ready this planting season by contacting Yield Advantage for all your seed and planting equipment needs. They carry high-quality products from Precision Planting, Intelligent Ag, Copperhead Ag, Outback Wraps, Wear Parts LLC, Midwest Seed Genetics, and more. Yield Advantage can help your planter from basic service parts to liquid fertilizer setups. All of the latest technology and often significantly less than buying a new planter. Be ready to hit the field by contacting Yield Advantage, 218-517-7878, or online at yield-advantage.com.
Do you experience pain, tingling, numbness, freezing, or burning in the hands and feet? Does your balance feel off? Tired of sleepless nights? You may suffer from neuropathy. Dr. Andrea may be able to help. Neuropathy is a serious disease where nerves begin to break down, leading to balance problems and other complications. Our program addresses the causes, not just the symptoms. See if you qualify for our neuropathy program at Hornstein Family Chiropractic. Schedule a consult with Dr. Andrea at Hornstein Family Chiropractic, 701-672-1300. Hornstein Family Chiropractic, where chiropractic care is a family affair.
The folks at Tyler Farm Supply understand that farming is hard work, and that's why they only offer durable and reliable short-line farm equipment that you can depend on. Whether you're a small-scale farmer or manage a large operation, they have the tools that you need to get the job done quickly and efficiently. Plus, with their competitive pricing and financing options, Tyler Farm Supply makes it easy for you to get the equipment you need without breaking the bank. Give them a call today, 701-642-8827.
When challenging conditions arise, we don't back down. We up our game. We outpace the competition. Keep you ahead of adversity. We keep you equipped and bring you solutions that hit close to home. Channel leads the field so you can rise above. See how at channel.com/rise.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fast turnaround, cute designs, and so many options. It's totally made for you. Comfy Vibes Co. Fast, trendy, custom, yours. Check us out at comfyvibesco.com.
For 75 years, Corner Drug has been your trusted Health Mart pharmacy in Wapaton. As the prescription specialist, we're dedicated to your health. We provide immunizations to keep you safe, along with health pack compliance packaging for easy medication management. Plus, our medication synchronization ensures all your prescriptions are ready when you need them. Experience personalized care and expertise at Corner Drug, where your health is our priority.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
Johnson with the home run, just about to straight away center field.
Well, good evening, everybody, as I drop my microphone. And welcome to the Giants Coaches Show. And it's presented to you by Red River Communications and Cable Channel 28, Internet with a Human Touch, Red River Communications. And Giant Seeds and Snacks, our Coaches Show sponsor.
How do you drop the microphone?
I just bumped it here. When
just
I had
clip it
late.
on.
Well, I can't put it in my pocket.
You don't have to put it in
You
your
won't
pocket.
let me
to
put it
clip
in my
on.
pocket, will
I
you?
heard him say that.
Yeah.
He could clip it. It's got a clip on it. Just clip it somewhere.
Well, it'll pop off.
Oh my gosh.
So I just set it here.
This
in
is
the
what I
armrest.
have to deal with. I mean, we're already behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because of that guy.
Yeah.
So let's try and keep things moving tonight. So
Okay.
we had one cancellation, which is
We
okay.
did have one
Yeah.
cancellation.
But
Everybody's gonna be.
All right. Well, I'm good then.
yeah, we'll see you. Thanks for stopping
Good night,
in.
everybody. No, everybody but Adam Ortsema couldn't make it here at the last minute, so we got everybody here again tonight. So we got 7 coaches, including yourself.
Do I count?
You count.
All right. Okay.
At the
good.
end.
I feel good about that. I feel good that I count.
You are somebody.
Thank you. I feel
Some
better
days.
now. I feel better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're now joined by head coach of the Husky Boys basketball squad. That's Jeff Ralph. Jeff, thanks again for coming in.
Glad to be here.
A little cooler tonight. We were.
No, it's not
nice
bad.
weather.
There's no wind.
No, that helps, doesn't it?
No wind.
Very much
North
so, and we'll talk about the Kindred games coming up here. Both you guys are heading to Kindred here on tomorrow night. What are you hearing weather-wise for tomorrow night? You guys going to be all right and make that trip?
Well, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, it seems like whenever we have a game, not him, but whenever we have a game, weather comes to town.
No.
So we'll see.
So it's your fault if it gets.
No, but we're first, so maybe we'll get our game in, and then he'll have his ride home will be a little bumpy.
Okay.
Yeah, but hopefully we can get them both in. I don't want to have to reschedule.
You guys ride separate buses?
You're not riding with him. Come on now.
Oh.
Hopefully we get the good bus though.
We got better food on our bus.
Oh, I see.
Oh, here
Better
we
food,
go.
better bus.
Here we go.
Good heat.
Whatever. Which bus are you taking tomorrow?
Well, I hope the white one, because that thing
gray one?
pegs out at like 62.
The gray one you talking about?
Yeah, the gray one.
That one has good heat too.
Good heat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're going to might need it tomorrow.
I think McCall's driving us, so I'm sure he's watching. McCall, get the gray bus before he gets it. We're leaving.
Get to that bus part
We're
quick,
leaving
huh?
earlier. So.
All right, let's talk about some Husky Boys basketball. And since we met last Wednesday night here at the Coaches Show, the Husky Boys hosted Northern Cass on a 2-pointer at home. And we were able to cover that one. And a nice win for the Huskies there against Northern Cass.
I didn't think we played particularly well in the first half. They hit a bunch of shots in the first half. They were 5 of 9 from 3, which is kind of a disaster in the making. You know, if they're going to shoot it like that. But then they cooled off, only made 2 more. And I think we did a better job of guarding in the second half. We did a better job of making them put the ball on the floor. And they did show us a couple things we need to shore up with the ball screen stuff that they did. But I really thought we just kind of stuck with what we were supposed to do, and kind of persevered through that. We were down 3 at half, and I think dominated the second half. They gave up 13 and 10, and we had 18 in every period. So, I thought that way we were really good. But I think defensively we got exposed a couple things that we got to fix and we got to do better. And that ball screen thing, that kid come off and we just turned the corner and we just we're not in the right position every time, and that hurt us. But I thought we did a way better job of getting out on shooters, and defensively that's our thing. And the piece that I really liked was we had 4 kids in double figures that night.
That was fun.
We had Braden with 20. I mean, what a stat line! 20 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. They had 1 turnover on the night. I mean, what a stat line.
Yep.
Then we had Al, 18 points, 17 rebounds. I mean, are you kidding me?
Our Optimum Rehab player of the game, by the way, but well deserved. I mean, he was, and I'm not going to use the word beast because somebody's already got the beast, but he was a monster underneath the boards.
He was,
for you.
and you know what? I believe the reason we were behind at half is because Al sat most of the second quarter, picked up his second foul.
Correct. That's right.
And we didn't want to.
That's right.
We didn't want to compromise him there, and but you know what? What a heck of a game! 18 points.
Yep.
Then we had a Jack with 15, 8 boards. And then Trayton King with 12, which we've been kind of waiting for Trey to have a breakout night. He's been 6, 7, 8 points, and 12 points, 4 boards, a good night for Trey too. So that scoring punch from other kids that we really got to have. I think it's been evident. We got some guys that can score, but who's going to be the next guys? And Al's been good defensively, rebounding wise, but the scoring piece there was big, and he used the size to his advantage, and just had really his best career night.
It was a career night for
18
him.
and 17. Man, if you can get that every night, that'd be something else. So,
And you almost had, when you're going through the stats there, not to interrupt, but I did. You almost had 3 guys with double doubles there. With Jack just being a few rebounds short.
Yep, Jack had 8, so we could have had 3 kids with a double double, which is nuts. And with Braden, you'd think it'd be assists, but it was actually rebounds too.
Yeah.
So just a great job by the kids, a great effort. And then the contributions by everybody was big. And we didn't get the other bench scoring that we would like to see, but the contributions from the starters were pretty big.
Yep.
So
that's one thing I did notice there. We were going through the final stats at the end of the game. At least what I have unofficially was some of the bench scoring wasn't there that you'd had previously, say like at Devil's Lake or even up at Central. But
and we got to have that from Aiden Bonches and Cooper and Rylan Flack, and and then on the flip side of that, you say, well, those guys played pretty well, so there wasn't maybe a lot of shots for the other guys to go around, which is probably true too.
That's true. Yeah.
So I mean there's part of that, but that's a key piece for us that we really have to shore up.
All right. Anything else on that game you want to touch on?
No, good win, good 2-point win. I mean,
it was a huge 2-point win.
We only played them once, so. That game is huge. We go from 0-1 in the conference to 2-1, or in the region to 2-1. So really a huge win for us.
Yeah, it was. It was a big win. Nice win for the Huskies. And then last night you traveled up to Oak Grove, and I'm just going to say, what the hell happened? I've heard rumors, but I'm just going to ask you. Sorry to be blunt, folks.
We start out the game, I think, 1 for 4 from the free throw line.
Ouch.
And then we play out the first half, and we're up by 9 at half. And when you're looking at it, you think, well, if we make a couple of the free throws, because in the first half, free throws, we were 7 of 15. We got to the line 15 times in the first half.
Wow.
We only made 7, which, I mean, if you shoot 15, you got to make probably 10.
I was hoping
10, 11.
2/3 of them,
but we only made 7. We're up 9. We're feeling good.
You're still up 9, just 7 for 15 from the line.
Up 9, we're 7 for 15 from the free throw line. So, I mean, we didn't shoot it great from 2, but we were 4 of 8 from 3, so we'd knocked down a couple perimeter shots. And, I really thought we were in control of the game, except for the free throws. Like, we got to make our free throws, and instead of being a 9-point game, it's a 14 or 15-point game.
Okay.
And now you got that cushion.
Yeah.
Third quarter starts, and I think they scored the first 8 points.
So
They
made a run coming out of the
They ran
locker room.
a play to get a 3. We went down, missed a 3. They came back and hit a transition 3. We didn't score. We shot kind of quick again, and they come down and got a deuce. And now it's here we go, And then it was tight the rest of the way. But the shooting problem we had in the first half got worse. We didn't shoot it great in the first half. We were 12 of 31. In the second half, we were 8 of 30. I mean, we didn't make any baskets.
So that's what happened.
We were 0 of 9 from 3, and we were 2 for 8 from the free throw line in the second half. I mean, we left so many points out there, and you think about. I was a little disgusted after the game. I didn't think we had a lot of fight in us with the, loose ball kind of things, and there was just so many plays where we got a hand on a ball.
Yeah.
But one hand doesn't do it. You got to get 2 hands on a ball, and there was a point with about 5 minutes to go in the game where we ran a set play, got the exact look we wanted, wide open shooter in the corner, and we drove to the basket, and we didn't draw iron, which is, Jack and Braden make the shots they're taking, they make.
Yep.
They didn't draw iron. They get the rebound, 2 passes. So they're going to shoot a transition 3. Kid airballs a transition 3. We tap it. They get it. And turn and fire it at the basket. A kid grabs it, shoots it, and misses it. It's like, well, where are we? And there's nobody around. Then they tap it in.
Oh, man.
You know, so we went from shooting a layup. I think at that point we were down 1 to take the lead, and now we're down 3. And we just couldn't put the ball in the hoop. We were
the other way.
attacking the rim, and getting in the lane, and we just couldn't put the ball in the basket. And it was not fun to watch. You know, I think you know, people are wondering what the heck was going on. I mean, we got in the lane, we got the shots we wanted. You know, we kicked it out early in the game. We made the shots, but you know, for whatever reason, we just didn't. We didn't make any shots in the lane. It wasn't like we were jacking 20-footers and missing. We were getting in the lane, and we couldn't put the ball in the hoop. And then when you go to the foul line, you miss and you get fouled. All right, now we go to the foul line, miss 2.
Yeah.
Well, now you know it's like a turnover, and that really was the game. And you know, I think the offensive execution was a little suspect, you know, but we still got to where we feel like we're going to score every time, and we just didn't.
Just couldn't finish.
Just didn't put the ball in the hoop.
It goes back to one of those things that Mom always used to say. You know, there's going to be those days, and I guess that was probably one of them.
And you know, okay, then we say though you're going to have those days. We rely on our defense. You know, we give up 57 points, and we get beat. That should never happen.
Yep.
I mean, we should score in the 60s every time.
Yep.
If we can hold people in the 50s, you feel like you're going to win. But we just, our shooting was just atrocious. And we maybe took a few suspect shots, but we still felt like we got the ball where we needed it to go.
Is that a tough gym to play in?
I don't think so.
No, I've never been up there, so I guess I wouldn't know.
They switched it up. They moved to the other end. The boys sat on the west side.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Kyle said, let's switch it up. We're switching it up tonight. Parents are coming in. My wife's sitting in the crowd, and parents are like, what are they doing over there? We're supposed to be over.
We're supposed to be over here, huh?
And yeah, so
I think it's kind of a weird place to play, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it's a smaller gym as
I was
far
gonna
as
say
the
it's
bleachers go. And
for people to get into the gym, it's hard.
Right.
Unless you're sitting on the other side.
Unless you're sitting on the other side. But, I mean, I'm sure it's not. But I feel like that gym is slanted. Like it's not, almost like it's not level. Like it's just weird. Like it's probably not, but just visual when I go over, when I'm in there, I just feel like it's a little bit off.
See, I've never been in there,
reason.
and it seems like north and south are different, the gyms, because they're so open.
But those are they're open behind. Yep. This one has
but that looks
open on one end because you enter that way from the gym.
Okay. But I place a lot of the blame right over there.
Okay.
No. Here's the thing, though. I know what he's going to say.
Piper makes like 29 baskets last night.
Yeah.
There's none left for us.
Well, then it's his fault. There you go.
I said,
they won by 30. Leave a couple for us.
I said to him, I said, Piper warmed the baskets up for him, is what I said to him, because she heated it up in there. So I said, hey, we warmed it up for you. Piper, heated the baskets up, and he didn't take advantage of it.
I will say too. I mean, we missed some shots. They played hard. They had some energy, and we let them hang around, and that was a thing where, we're supposed to win that game. I mean, we let them hang around. They start making some shots, and now we're kind of back on our heels, and every loose ball ended up in their hands, like that play I talked to you about, where they airball a 3, and instead of us grabbing the rebound, we tap it, and then they bat it and get it, and then somebody throws it toward their basket, and they get it, and they score. And
it's not like they're an 0-7 team either. I mean, they're a decent team coming in. Yeah.
They're vastly improved from where they've been the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But we gave them an opportunity, and I give credit to them. I told Kyle that after the game. Your kids played really hard tonight, and they created some opportunities for themselves.
But don't you feel like, at least I do sometimes, don't you feel like you have an extra target on your back?
Oh yeah, that was a
know?
huge win for them to beat
Right.
us.
I just feel like we have an extra. It's maybe not as like it was in the first couple of years, but I think that teams get up to play us, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I think it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
So, but if you're gonna have an off night or whatever, I think it's tough to have an off night for your team,
especially on the road.
Right, on the road for sure, because I feel like everyone is getting up to play your team.
Yep.
So
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, so now, and we'll talk to Brian about it too later, but you got Kindred coming up on tomorrow night. You guys are both going to Kindred, and you got Kindred tomorrow night. You talked about Al Cummings earlier. He's going to have a big game tomorrow night again.
We're going to need Al in the game tomorrow. I feel good about Rylan Flack spelling him in there.
Yep.
Ryan's a big, strong kid to keep Baco out of the lane, but we're going to have to do a great job on him on the boards.
Mm-hmm.
If we let him catch the ball in the lane and just turn and shoot, he's going to score every time. But if we're going to double him, we're going to do some things to try negate what he does, and then we're going to have to close out hard on shooters. I think they have better shooters this year from the perimeter than they had the last 2 years. They have kids that are shooters now, and we're going to have to be out. But I think Baco is he's the key to the whole game.
Sure.
If he scores 7, we should win the game. If he gets 20 and a couple other guys get 15, we're going to be in trouble. So, they shoot it better. I feel like they're not the team they were the last 2 years with the 6'8" and the 6'9" and the 6'4" and the 6'5", all that. So, I feel like matchup-wise we're okay, but he's the guy. He's he's arguably the best player in Division A, and the good thing about him is if he steps out to shoot a 3, that's probably a break for us. He might make one, but he's not going to probably make multiple. He's not going to take multiple. He's going to operate around the basket, and he's going to present some problems defensively for us.
Sure. Yep.
We need to score inside. We need to have production there. But I wonder if I think he's going to guard Braden or Jack. I think they're going to put him on one of those guys, and try to shut them down. And I think that's going to make more opportunities for Al inside again. But that remains to be seen. We're going to play him another time, so I don't know how they're going to go about it. We have a plan, but they're a formidable opponent. They're good.
All right, I got to ask. I know I'm looking forward, but I got to do it. Saturday, Border Battle Day.
Is that Saturday?
Yeah, how about that?
Jeez.
Me and Bogey, we're gonna go watch the game.
I got to
somewhere.
ask everybody because everybody's coming tonight.
We already talked about it. We're gonna go watch the game somewhere. So you can come with if you want.
Honestly,
what do you think?
I haven't seen him play.
Okay.
Coach Materi, Coach Jor, Coach Caveney are all. I told them. My focus is on
Region 1.
Was on Kindred.
Yeah.
When I get home tomorrow night at probably midnight, their game will take until 9.
We're gonna try and make it last long.
And then that's when I'll start. But they'll have all the information for me. I won't have to watch out a couple hours of film and do the work. They're taking care of the work now, so we'll get to it. But I'm not. We're focused there. I do know they got some kids that can shoot it. I think Cooper Roberts is having a great year for them. Shooting it outside and then being able to get to the rim. I think Levi is one of the better post players we're going to see. And then their guard play has been, I think, maybe sporadic, but when one kid's not playing well, it seems like some other kid comes in off the bench and makes a shot and does something to help. So having a little bit of depth. I know Jordan said he's been rotating 5 and 5, and when you can do that, you got depth, and I think that presents some matchup problems for us. But if we're going to have an event like we do, and it's always pretty fun, we want to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's always going to be a good game. There's been years where, 2015 we were best team in the EDC, and that was a 1-point game. So I think you find out on on Saturday that it's a rivalry game and they want to win, we want to win, so it'll be a tough game.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun for the fans, and you guys play first.
We play first. Yeah.
So
We'll keep it short.
Well,
Keep it short.
there's 3 games scheduled from like 11 to 1, so I don't know how those are going to get over. So we'll probably start about 4:30.
That's when we're
You'll
supposed
be
to
at
start.
6.
Yeah, it's never on time.
no, it's never on time.
No.
I had to ask it.
But it's fun though. I like it. We get to see our 9th grade gets to play.
Yeah.
And then, JV, we get 3 games, and I know on your side you guys get 2. But if you want to watch some hometown basketball Saturday,
Full day of basketball.
there you go.
Full day.
Yeah, full day. Get it
Right,
all.
and yes. All right, Jeff, thanks for stopping by tonight again, and good luck tomorrow in Kindred. And I will see you Saturday.
All right, it'll be fun.
All right, Jeff Ralph, head coach of the Huskies boys basketball squad. We got Bogey, head coach of the Cowgirls basketball squad. Coming up next, we'll talk some hoops with him right after this.
We start our day with a purpose: to care for each other beyond hospital or clinic walls, helping people feel seen and heard, because family, friends, and community mean everything to us.
This is who we are, and this is what we care about.
Hey there! So we have 30 seconds to tell you why you should be a member of FCCU.
First Community Credit Union is member-owned.
But aren't all financials member-owned?
Nope, they're not.
Many have stockholders that drive decisions. As a credit union, we put our members first.
As a matter of fact,
That means all the money that we make
cha-ching.
gets reinvested back to you, our member owners.
So come see why.
Life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4-crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdellInnovation.com. Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
Having the right insurance team will change the way you view insurance. Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm. My staff and I believe insurance is a tool that can help you plan for what can go wrong so you can focus and invest in what can go right.
Amanda and her team are dedicated to serving you and the community. They are local, committed, and a trusted insurance team. See why they've been voted Best Insurance Agency 7 years and counting.
Come see us. We'd love a chance to work with you too.
Smith Motors in
Okay, the music's done. That means I can talk.
I'm trying to get us back on track. Ralph won't even get out of here.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Giants Coaches Show. It's brought to you by Giant Seeds and Snacks, and also brought to you by Red River Communications, Internet with a Human Touch, Cable Channel 28. I'm Joe Schreiner. He's Brian Watson. I didn't say that earlier tonight. We were too busy. I don't know. You were giving me grief about so I clipped it on my pocket now. It's on the outside of my pocket.
That's the way it should work. So.
All right. So first here, buddy, I got to say hi to my grandsons, Wyatt and Evan. They're both watching. They're getting ready
Shouldn't
for
they be in
so
bed?
I'm doing one of the things that Wyatt does. So
Shouldn't they be in bed, though?
They're watching. They're curled up on Dad's lap watching on the big chair.
Man. It's kind of late. They should be in bed.
They're getting there.
All right.
Yep,
Okay.
they're getting there. So hi, Wyatt. Hi, Cam.
Get to bed.
Yep.
How's that?
That's what Brian says.
Yeah.
Get to bed.
Right.
I'm ready for bed.
Yeah, we're all ready for bed.
Well, Ralph's got his own show. Supposed to be a 10-minute segment. It's in half an hour. So
Cowgirls basketball coach Tony Boggenreef. Bogey, thanks for coming in tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Appreciate you coming in and on this chilly evening here. Cowgirls 8-6 right now. How did you feel if I'd have said you were 8-6? Were you okay with that? If you started the season out and I'd said midway through the season you were going to be 8-6? Would
you know, that's a good question. I think,
I'm sure you want better. Everybody wants better.
Right. I think we thought we'd be sitting a little bit better than we are.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what game you take and say we should have, looking back now and seeing how good the teams are that we're playing, I don't know that you can look back and say we should definitely win that game or definitely win that game. That's the problem. So, our girls are playing well and we just have a few stretches each game. I think coaches can all agree on that where you just don't score for a stretch or you're not getting stops for a stretch. So we just have a few of those to clear up. Otherwise, I think, maybe our record is a little bit better than it is.
All right. So let's take a look. We'll go back to the Staples-Motley game last Friday. That was the first game that we've had since we last met last Wednesday. So you had a Staples-Motley at home and a nice almost 30-point win there for the Cowgirls against a AA school, another Heart of Lakes competition school. Nice win for the Cowgirls there.
Yeah, I thought that was one game where we were moving the ball, we were sharing it, we were getting open shots. We did a good job of pressuring them. And they're a team too. You look at their record and they play a tough schedule. Talking to their coach, he's like, you know what, our conference is really tough, but when we play out of conference teams, they compete with those teams because they're prepared throughout the year. So it's always it's another HOL matchup, but I thought it was one where we played really well and we were able to hit shots, and obviously Jonica scored her 1,000th point in that game, so that was pretty cool to see and have everybody able to celebrate with her.
Yeah, that was nice that she was able to do it at home. Again, a nice solid win, a good HOL win. I was going to talk to you about the HOL here in a little bit, but before we get to that, let's talk about the Perham game. That again, you hosted Perham last night. It was another tough HOL opponent. Again, we'll talk about the HOL when we're done talking about this. But Perham came in, and you guys jumped out to that 9-0 run right away, and I thought, okay, here we go. We got a good shot at this one. And then they came out, they took a timeout, which was probably a big timeout for them. And then it went backwards from there.
Yeah, I think they were a little bit rattled right away.
I think so. I agree.
We were able to make their post. They got it in a few times and had some good looks. We were just able to limit just the easy shots for them right away.
Yes.
And I thought the same thing. I thought, hey, we're clicking here, and I knew that they were missing shots. I even said it to the bench. They're going to start hitting some shots. They haven't hit anything yet, and before you know it, there's threes flying from everywhere, and we just, you can't cover them all, and they could all kind of shoot it. So
yeah, they could. We talked about that. Brian and I did the game last night, and we talked about that too. About you cover one person you think is going to pop the three, and the next person pops the three, and then it's Anderson or it's Drager on the outside or Hemberger or whoever it was. I mean, they just kept drilling the threes, and I don't know if you got it, but it'd be interesting to know what kind of percentage they did shoot from the three-point line.
Yeah, they shot 56% from three. Yeah, wow. 14 and 25. And we talked about it in film, and there was a point where number 30, that Drager, she's not, she can shoot it, but she doesn't like to shoot three. She'd rather score on the inside. And they were in transition, and she caught the ball, and Ava's on number 5, Anderson, who does like to shoot it, and she chose to stay with Anderson, which was really the right choice. But then, Drager steps up and hits a three, so it's really trying to pick and choose what you can take away, and making the other girls beat you, and they beat us that way.
They become contagious. I said that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's girls that you don't expect to shoot them, but when you've got a couple others that are going down, then the confidence builds not only in those players that are making them, but everybody else. They just start to play free, and I think that's just what happened. It just became contagious, and everybody was like, "Hey, it's my turn. I'm going to knock one down too."
56%. My gosh,
that's heating up.
I guess so.
That's heating up.
And I thought about it during the game. I never said nothing or anything on the air. Excuse me. But just the size of the gymnasiums alone, when you look at what Perham has for a gymnasium, and then you come back to a little more closed quarters in Breckenridge, it didn't seem to affect them.
No, I think they actually probably want to have their home games at Breckenridge.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
Wow.
they, I think it was just that, especially, we got that open end, closed end stuff, but it didn't seem to, sometimes that'll affect teams, and that didn't seem to affect them. But I do agree with Coach Watson that, once somebody starts hitting, they all start hitting, and they did that last night.
It was infectious for sure. And let's just talk about quick overall about the HOL. Well, do you want to talk about stats or anything on that game for the girls?
I mean, you brought it up last night on the broadcast about having 4 girls in double figures, and Parker had 13 rebounds. And, our game plan going in, just watching some of their previous games, is they drive and drop it off to their post. So we try to take that away, and I thought our post did a really good job. Mariah staying straight up, making them score over her. Their post had 3 points. And a lot of times she'll be in double figures because, she's just getting those easy ones. And we put our post on an island like we talked about last night too. But Sienna had some big offensive rebounds too on free throws and a couple of putbacks late in the game. So I thought we played well. And like you said, 4 girls in double figures. Can't ask for much more than that.
And before we move on, and Brian happened to step away here for a second, but before we move on, we talked about, Brian and I talked about how we didn't think the girls were ever out of it either. We thought the Cowgirls were always in the game until maybe the last minute and a half or 2 minutes, whatever. But, they were always in that 10, 12, 14-point range, and you always thought there was, okay, they can make that run. They can do it.
It just felt like your team was gonna make a run. Like I said, there was a point in there where you were down 13. I felt like if you hit a 3 there, you cut it to 10, and then you're like, oh, we're right in this thing. But it just seemed like every time you got in that range where you could just get one more possession and take advantage of it, they would knock down another 3, or they'd knock down 2 in a row or something like that to stretch it right back out on you.
Yeah, it would just seem like it's exactly right. I mean, you think you're doing something really well, and then we pressured too. We talked about that. Our girls are getting up and forcing some errant passes by them and quick shots by them, and we felt like we were coming back, but then they'd come right back down and hit another 3. So it was just, it's one of those games where it doesn't matter who they play in that game. If they're shooting like that, it's what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? So talk about the HOL a little bit again. I know you got DGF up at the top. They happen to be your next opponent tomorrow night. DGF is up on top of the HOL with 7-2, I believe, and you guys are sitting at 4-4. But again, just to show the strength of the HOL, they're 7-2.
Yeah, and they lose to Pelican last night.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so they lost to Pelican. So it's it doesn't matter who you're playing or what the record is.
You guys at 4-4.
So and Pelicans had a few nice wins. They beat Perm, I believe, as well.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So it's kind of just the matchup that happens that night. I think we match up with Perm really well, but if they're going to shoot it like that, then you're in trouble. And same thing with DGF. They got Garrett, they're a big post player, and they have some guards that can hit from outside. So if you take one away, as long as you don't get hurt by the other one, you should be fine. But if you take one away and the other one starts happening, then that's when you get into trouble.
Yep, and it's at DGF too, isn't
Correct.
it? Correct.
Yeah, a doubleheader with the boys.
All right, so after the DGF game, I got to ask you. All right, bring in the B-Dub here, and you guys talk. And got a big game on Saturday here between the border battle. And by the way, the T-shirt order I think is over. But
yeah, I might know a guy though, so I could still get one.
Some extra ones.
I know a guy.
Okay. So the border battle's coming up. What do you guys know about each other? Are you guys getting together on this? Any side bets that we're interested in, or?
Not that I've heard of. He might have something that he's thinking of.
I have a standing one with someone that I work with. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't have it last year though.
No.
I don't know why he didn't want to do it last year, but.
Okay.
So.
I was just going to bring it up. I mean, you guys know each other very well. Obviously, you coached together as a team once upon a time, and very well respected from both sides. It's just going to be fun. I mean, I think it's going to be a fun, good game.
Yeah, I do too. And I've only gotten to be in person for one game and watch some online, but you guys are playing well, and
we're not doing any of that stuff that you saw in that game, by the way.
They're changing it all.
Yeah, we're changing it all up.
But, they've been playing better each game, and I think that comes from playing some young players. They're improving, they're getting that experience. So yeah, it'll be fun to see who shows up, and just hopefully it's a good game overall.
I mean, I think he's like me. We both just want to play well. I think the girls know each other. I mean, I don't know what it used to be like, but these girls they're friends, and our girls go and watch his team play. His girls come and watch our team play. I just think it's just one of those games where hopefully those girls get out there and they don't feel any pressure. I know they all want to win the game, but just go out and play good basketball and put on a good show, and hopefully it's a good close basketball game, and somebody's going to come out on top. So
you don't have to tell me, but are there any surprises you got planned?
Yeah, we're gonna sit in a half court zone the whole game.
Are you?
Yeah.
Any surprises?
I don't know. I don't think we have any. I mean, he's gonna sit in a 1-3-1 the whole game. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, we might be in a box in 1. I don't know. I don't know. We might be a triangle in 2. I don't know. Maybe. We could play man to man too. I don't know.
So nothing new.
No.
It's hard. They have Kindred tomorrow, and we have DGF.
That's the thing, right? It's kind of the same thing what Jeff said, is that we know we have to play this game. We know it's coming up, but he's got DGF tomorrow. We have Kindred tomorrow.
Yeah. Both big games for both.
I mean, to be honest, we've been preparing for Kindred.
Yep.
And before Kindred, we were preparing for Oak Grove.
Yep.
We get one day to really prepare for them with the girls, because that's what we have to be focused on, the game in front of us.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm sorry, as an announcer guy, I got to ask that question, but I do, because
no, it's fine.
fans are prepared for it.
I think it's a good question, because people probably wonder, well, how much time do you spend preparing for a game like that?
Yeah.
We're going to get one day to prepare for this game.
Yeah.
We don't have time to prepare for anything else, and it would be the same if we were playing someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the next game that's up. We get one day in between. Luckily we're not playing back to back this year.
And
we
same
played
thing
back
for
to
you
back
guys.
a couple years.
You go back to Friday. We play Staples. We come Monday. We're preparing for Perham.
Right.
Today we're preparing. It's a one day. Sometimes you get 2 if you're lucky, but it is what it is. And
I mean, we're lucky enough that we kind of know. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
We kind of know.
Yeah.
I mean, because we've had the same teams for the last couple of years here. I mean, Jonica and Parker have been playing varsity since they were third grade.
Yeah, I think
so,
it was third.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think it should be fun though. I think it'll be.
I do
I'm
too.
hoping that it's going to be a good game, and both teams play well. And like I said, that it's a good basketball game. People enjoy the product. So
I think so. Everybody healthy?
Yep.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good news for the Cowgirls. All right, buddy. Good luck tomorrow
All right,
at DGF.
thank you.
Appreciate you coming in tonight.
Thank you guys.
And,
I appreciate it.
Good luck up at DGF, and good luck on Saturday.
Perfect. Thank you.
We'll talk to you on Saturday.
So we're not going anywhere.
I thought you were going to coach, aren't you? Or
Yeah,
I
guess I have.
I think you better be there.
Yeah, I guess we will.
Just so the fans know, they were talking about just going somewhere
We
for
were
a
gonna
bite
go watch
to eat,
the game somewhere.
bite to eat and watch it on Through
Right,
Border
we're gonna
Sports.
watch it,
But
yeah.
I think you better go to the game.
We'll be there.
All right.
Probably a good idea.
Tony Bogenreef, head coach of the Cowgirls basketball squad. We got Traden Hout coming up. We got some BW Storm girls wrestling to talk about here. Coming up next, right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Our goal is to find the vehicle that fits you, both in lifestyle and budget. Do more with the spacious GMC Acadia, the powerful, always dependable Chevy Silverado, or the rugged, hardworking GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive experience featuring high-quality service and low-pressure sales. Chevrolet or GMC, the selection is great. And if we don't have it, we'll find it for you. Smith Motors, small-town friendly, big-town...
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab.
For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
We know switching banks takes time. But what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name?
Worth it.
Or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds.
Worth it.
A bank that you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees?
It's so worth it.
Switch and see why Bell Bank is worth it. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Minn Kota Ag Products has helped farmers with all their agricultural needs as the farming industry has expanded. They provide farmers with all their chemical, fertilizer, seed, grain, and elevator needs. They also offer deep band tillage, chemical application, and fertilizer application, just to name a few. Proud to be a partner in your operation since 1941. Download the MKAP Grower 360 app from your app store today to see current market prices, your tickets, and any essential information for your operation. Thanks for all your hard work.
At Interstate Engineering, we're more than engineers and surveyors. We're partners in building stronger communities. For 50 years, we've partnered with communities across the Great Plains region, from airports to water systems, transportation to recreation. Our team delivers innovative solutions with integrity, loyalty, and a passion for helping others. Interstate Engineering, improving life, one community at a time.
I had to turn it up.
Yeah. It was already playing?
It wasn't really playing.
But it wasn't playing loud.
I had pushed the button, but it wasn't playing.
I tell you, the help I get these days.
I'm new. I was excited about a conversation that I had.
I know you had a conversation back there. You've been having that same conversation all night long.
Let's move on. We got to go.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Giants Coaches Show, and brought to you by Giant Seeds and Snacks, and it's also presented to you by Red River Communications, Internet with a Human Touch, and Cable Channel 28. I got one more last thing I got to say. Wyatt texted back and said he's not going to bed yet. So my grandson, my oldest grandson, said he's not.
How old is he?
He is ignoring you. He's not even listening to you, and he said,
"How old is he?
Tell Brian I'm not going to bed."
How old is he?
He's 5, almost 6.
5
and a half. Yeah.
He's going rogue already.
Yeah, 5 and a half. Yeah.
We got to get him under control.
So he's not going to bed.
Yeah, he better not let me see him.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to have a conversation.
We're now joined by head coach of the BW Storm wrestling team, for the girls, that is, Trayton Hout. Trayton, thanks for coming back. Your second time back. We didn't scare you off the first time, huh?
Nope.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, thanks for coming back. All right, so you guys made the trip out west. We'll talk to Ryan about his the boys' adventure out west too. But you guys went out to the Bismarck Rotary last weekend, I think, Friday and Saturday, correct?
Yep, it was Friday, Saturday.
So how many girls did you have wrestling out there, first of all?
We had 10 girls out there, so.
10 out there.
10 between varsity and JV.
I was just going to say, how many varsity, how many JV?
We had 4 wrestle on the varsity side and 6 on the JV.
Okay, so JV, you had some good results. Let's talk about JV first.
Yep, 3 placed third, I believe, between Quinn Slutterdahl and Gabby Hendrickson.
Wow.
And then 1 6th place with Olivia Roberson.
So you had 2 third placers and 1 6th out of those 4, huh?
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and that's
because there's a lot of girls too, I'm sure, out there, and that it was a big tournament, wasn't it, for the girls?
Yeah, because that JV tournament isn't a real JV. There's some varsity girls that are in that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there's some that come down because they don't want to wrestle up in that tough.
Yep.
Well, that's pretty good.
We had a few of them run into those, and they're always tough ones. But those girls battled hard in those matches. So.
Well, that's good. So who do you say, Quinn, and who got third?
Quinn and Gabby.
Gabby. They both got third place. So congratulations to you guys out there. That's pretty awesome. And how did the varsity do?
Varsity, we had one place there. Or two smaller weights. They got a little tough draw. They had the number 1 seeds right away.
Oh man.
And that's always tough. The one actually almost got after the one a little bit, but those number 1 seeds are tough, but they battled through pretty good and went down to the wrestlebacks and battled there, but ended up losing out there. But
so how many times do they get to wrestle when they lose their first one? They come back and wrestle 2-3 times, a couple times, and they're done?
Lose twice and you're out, unless you
overall twice out. So it's a double eliminate, double
unless
elimination.
unless you make it through the blood rounds and stuff, and once you make it through that, then you make
explain to everybody
place.
blood rounds.
So that blood round is that round. If you win, you place. You lose, you don't place.
Ah.
So
it'd be basically 7th, 8th place and higher.
Yep. Because out there you wrestle back for third. So once you win your blood round, you place at least 7th. You win that, you go on to the consolation semis. You win that, you go for third. You lose that, you go for 5th.
And I'm pretty sure I know who your placer was because I saw it on Facebook, which was pretty cool. But why don't you explain it to the folks how Aubrey Boson did?
Yeah, she took third. Was
she lost her first one too, didn't she?
Nope.
Oh, I thought she lost her first one.
No, she was seeded 7th coming in. Had a bye in the first round. Beat the first opponent, which would be in the round of 16. Then in the semis, she wrestled the 2 seed, which her and that girl are really good friends.
Oh man,
that's kind of how girls wrestling is. They all get buddy with everybody. It's way different than boys. Boys are, you don't make friends.
Mortal enemies, pretty much, huh?
Yep, but she's the number 2 seed in the state too at their weight.
Wow.
So she only lost that one 16-13.
So she wrestled her pretty good.
Yep. She had her on her back a few times, but she also got put to her back a few times, and it's a pretty close match there. They went the whole 6 minutes, which was the only time she ever went 6 minutes the whole weekend.
Wow.
Yep. But she lost that.
So that put her into the
consolations.
Third place game or third place match.
So she dropped down to the consolations, but made it to the second day with that match.
Oh, I see.
So you make it to the quarters. Then
So she wrestled how many times on day one?
Only twice.
Just twice?
Yep.
Okay.
She had a
that's
bye.
right. You said it was 16 because she had a bye in the first one.
Yep. Then comes back next day, and right away she's in that blood round. So that's your first match of the day. Is you got to win that. You don't win that, you're just done for the day.
She was done then if she would have lost it. Then.
Yep. So that's kind of one thing you got to instill into them. It's you got to win this to keep going, or else you're sitting around the rest of the day thinking about it.
So I'm curious, the gal that beat her, the one she was pretty good friends with, how did she end up doing? Do you remember?
She ended up getting second.
She got second. Okay.
Yep,
and she was ranked 2 in the state, you said, as she came in.
Yep.
Yep. And who else did we have on varsity? And how you said they had a little struggle there too, but who else was on the varsity side wrestling?
On the varsity side was our 106 Avalon Wold, our 112 Grace Gazowski. Those are 2 that drew the number 1 seeds, and those are always,
there you go. Yeah.
Those are always tough spots to get out of, and kind of luck of the draw for a lot of these tournaments.
Yeah.
Claire Lathrop, she was just missed out on the seeding and got thrown in a random draw, but got a really good spot, which she's usually one that always gets a bad spot. She had a bye the first round, one in the round of 16, and then won her quarterfinal match to put her into the semis.
Okay.
But she lost in trying to remember it. I think, she did. No, that was the weekend before at the Rumble.
Okay.
She did that one.
At the Rumble.
She lost that one to a girl from Mandan who is a good top 4 wrestler at her weight, and she ended up losing that, and then went down into the blood round again, and she was down 2-0 in the third period and went for a big move, didn't make it, and just couldn't quite squeak it by.
Gosh, dang it.
She was close there.
Congratulations to Aubrey, and it was pretty cool to see that on Facebook, and I'm sure you as a coach and we're pretty happy too with the events and how things came off. All right, so Saturday you got another tournament over in Lisbon.
Yep, the Lisbon Store Hog there.
Is that going to be lesser teams, I'm assuming? It doesn't say how many teams.
Yeah, it's a little smaller.
But a little smaller tournament, I suppose. So will your normal varsity rest all varsity, or are you going to drop some down again?
That's only varsity.
Oh, it's only varsity.
Yep. So a lot of these smaller tournaments, they don't have JV.
Okay.
They want to try to fill the varsity brackets.
Okay. Do you know how many teams are going to be there?
I do not off the top of my head.
All right, that's Saturday out in Lisbon. Yep. And then I see after that you've got a duel coming up at Central Cass next Tuesday.
Yep.
And that is one of your first almost duels. You had one other time here, right?
Yep.
Or a couple. Yep.
One before, which was a quad.
Yeah.
So 4 teams. And
so then that's coming up. And then I was just looking ahead. February 7th, you're starting East Regions already. So, I mean, you're almost there.
Yeah.
Wow.
At the tail end of the season, getting there. So
it's I guess for wrestling, it's going fast. BW, you got anything for Coach there?
I just had a question about girls wrestling. Is it more technical than, say, boys wrestling, where maybe boys is maybe more force or whatever? I don't know the term to use, but are the matches a little more technical than, let's say, a boys match?
I wouldn't say so. I mean,
no. I mean, I suppose it depends on the weight class, but
a lot of it is like the weight class and the skill level.
Right.
Or the boys, it's that middle pack is, you have a lot more in that middle pack of skill range versus the girls. We have these top end wrestlers and all these beginners. There's not that middle pack where you need that technique to get past those guys with the muscle versus those guys with the muscle can kind of out-muscle your technique and stuff. And
so there's more of a skill gap in girls.
Yeah, there's a big skill gap in the girls because it's such a new sport for a lot of them.
I bet.
There's not many
a lot
that
of girls learning.
Yeah, there's not many that wrestled through the youth. Those ones that you see coming through the youth, those 7th, 8th graders you see, they're tough girls.
Yeah.
Because they already have those basics down and they're starting to put it together.
And I'm just going to go back to Aubrey. I don't think she wrestled youth, did she?
Nope. This is
I
her.
think she played basketball, if I remember right.
She played basketball, and I kept on nudging her to come out her first year, and Bogey knew she wasn't coming back.
So we lose another one. We lose another basketball player. I mean, it's on his side, but that's the part about wrestling is that we have to compete with
and
wrestling.
Gymnastics
And gymnastics too. Yeah, we do.
And so do they. You've got to compete with that too as well.
It can be tough.
Absolutely. All right, Coach.
It's her 2nd year, and she's really picking it up, as I'm sure we've all seen. And she picked up her.
I saw. Yeah, go ahead.
50th win.
50th win. I was going to say congratulations on that.
Halfway through the season, you get 50 wins in her 2nd year. That's pretty impressive. And I don't know if you've seen, she's also leading the whole state in takedowns.
Wow.
On the girls' side.
I think I might have seen that stat somewhere, but I forgot what stat it was. But I think yes.
She's leading there, and then was in 2nd place for the 4-point near falls. So
well, it's a 13-16 match against the number 2 girl in the state. There had been a few takedowns on both sides there.
Yeah, a few takedowns, a few back points there. And
All right, Coach Trayton Hout of the BW Storm wrestling team, thanks for coming in. We're not meeting next week, by the way, so we got the week off. Brian's got to do his civic duty as a park board member, so he's got a meeting next Wednesday night.
I'm busy.
Yep, in other words. All right, we got Brian Brandt sitting out there in the wings, so we're going to take a break, and we'll come right back. Trayton Hout, head coach of the BW Storm wrestling team, and good luck this weekend in Lisbon.
Thanks.
All right, we'll be right back.
Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
What does primary care mean to us? At Sanford Health, it means being there when and where you need it most. It means building a relationship, because when a provider really knows you, they can deliver the best care for every aspect of your health and your life. So what does primary care mean for you? It means understanding your health for today and for where you're headed next. It means a lifetime of care for a lifetime of you.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain Hefty Seed never changes. Red River Grain Hefty Seed works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain Hefty Seed has been saving farmers money for years. For all your grain and agronomy needs, stop in or call the friendly staff at 643-3738 or visit them online at redrivergrain.com.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Wahpeton Deli and Eatery, serving delicious deli staples paired with great service and friendly staff. They use the best ingredients and provide a great atmosphere. If you have an office party or an at-home celebration, Wahpeton Deli and Eatery can help with your next event. And now you can order online for in-store pickup. Check it out at wahpetondeliandeatery.com or call 642-3639.
Welcome back to the Giants Coaches Show, everybody. Brought to you by Giant Seeds and Snacks, also Red River Communications, Internet with a Human Touch, and Cable Channel 28, our own dedicated cable channel on Red River Communications.
I got it that time. I was right on point. And you were okay, too.
He wants an, you know what? He wants an Emmy is what he wants. But he's
it's
just
not called, it's not an Emmy for us, is it?
I don't know.
I don't think, I'm gonna try and find out what it is. It's called something else.
Is it really?
I think it is. Because I don't know. I think it would be in the radio category. I'm going to find out what it is. It's not an Emmy, but I'm going to.
Well, we didn't win Broadcaster of the Year. I know.
No,
that.
we did not. No. You got to step up your game.
I guess.
I mean, I'm just saying, you got to step up your game.
Yeah, it's all my fault again.
Yep.
All right, we're joined now by head coach of the BW Storm Wrestling Boys squad this time, and that is Ryan Brandt. Coach, thanks for coming in.
Yes, thank you guys for having me again.
Yep. And I dig the hat and the logo. And his
Gripper Sports.
I think his wife made that hat, right?
Well, she made the logo.
She made the logo.
We
She made the logo.
Yeah.
The logo is cool.
It is a cool logo.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Gripper Sports.
Yeah.
They got the hats there.
They do. All right, so the BW Storm Boys Wrestling, you guys were out west too to the Bismarck Rotary Tournament.
Yep.
And how were your results out there? I just looked, it looks like you were about middle of the pack as far as the team score.
Yep.
Looked like you were in the middle of the pack there, so that was a good day as far as that goes. Talk about some of the individuals and how things went for you out there.
You know, we had Rumble on the Red week before, which after doing the Rotary, me and Coach Erlinson talked. Rumble on the Red was our hardest tournament and will be our hardest tournament all year.
Sure.
Just by the caliber of wrestler we ran into there.
Mm-hmm.
And Rotary's second, and then State's probably our third. But no, it was a really good tournament for our guys. Our guys wrestled really tough. They kept bringing, that same energy they had at Rumble throughout the week of practice and things like that. And they really showed up again at Rotary. We wrestled 8 guys in the varsity portion, 6 guys in the JV portion. So we're still missing a couple of our, varsity starters.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, we had finally our whole team kind of back. And individually, I'll start on the JV side. On the JV side, Owen Bogenreef took 4th, Xander Jensen took 4th, Scout Kappas took 2nd, and Elijah Robertson took 2nd as well.
You had some good showing there too.
Yeah, so the JV side we did really well on, placing 4 out of our 6 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody we had wrestling the JV at least won 1 match. So that was really good to see. And then on the varsity side, we kind of had the same thing. Watson Nagel ended up placing 6th out there as an unseeded kid in the tournament. He's been wrestling really, really good the last couple of weeks from Rumble up until this point. He's really making a case to be able to place at state. Yesterday, the coaches poll came out which is like our ranking system that the coaches do.
Okay.
And he is ranked right at 7th. A kid he's beat's at 5th, but a kid he lost to is at 6th. So they're kind of jostling right in that spot. But no, he's been wrestling really well out there as well. Another, Tyler Birchall won a match out there. He went 1-2, made it to that blood round on the second day, ended up running into the number 3 kid from West Fargo, Cheyenne, in his blood round match and only lost 6-2 to him. So wrestled him really well. I think if he were to be anywhere else in that bracket on that blood round, he probably could win that match and get into the placing round. So, he's right there as well. Luke Anderson at heavyweight also went 1-2, made it a match just before the blood round and then ran into, a pretty good kid from St. Mary's High School. But even him, he's improved a lot since last year. And seeing him wrestle out there, there's still little things we got to tweak. A lot of it's just kind of awareness things.
Yeah.
But every time he goes out there, he gets better, which is really good for
Yep,
us.
that's a good sign.
As well. And then Henry Sladadal ended up placing 6th. Quarterfinals match, had to wrestle a kid that beat him previously at Valley City. And, he did a really good job this time. Ended up beating him 15-2. Ended up making the semis, but then injury defaulted out of the tournament.
That's right, I saw
that. Yeah, so he kind of hurt his thumb a little bit in his quarterfinals match, finished the match out, but you could tell afterward he was in quite a bit of pain with it. So, the second day we kind of opted to, not risk injuring it more, because we tried to get an answer from the trainer, like, oh, what do you think is wrong with it, and things like that. We really weren't getting a straight answer. And we had him go through warm-ups and weigh in and stuff, and he just couldn't grip with that hand. So, as coaches, we kind of leave it on him, like, what do you think you want to do? If we would have told Henry, you're going to wrestle, he would have done it.
He'd have done it. Yeah.
But, me and Eric talked about it, and we're like, in our head, we didn't want him to, and potentially lose to a kid that he should beat.
Yeah.
And then wreck any criteria he has for state and EDC, things like that. And then he talked to his parents, and they kind of came to the decision that we're just going to injury default out, because those matches now won't go against his record. They won't go against his criteria or anything.
Okay.
So that's where he ended up getting back to 6th.
So when you go out by an injury like that, that doesn't affect him, even though it probably goes down in the loss and he ends up getting 4th, right?
No, he took 6th.
Oh, was 6th, excuse me. But 6th, so he does record as a loss in there somewhere, but it really doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Not anymore. A couple years ago, they changed it in the state that if a kid medically forfeits out, those losses, because it used to be if you medically forfeit out, all those losses went toward your record, they went toward criteria and things like that.
That's why I thought it was.
And they changed it about 2 years ago, I think, to where now, if unless it's EDC, that's the only tournament that if you medically forfeit out, those losses do go against you. But if you medically forfeit out of any other tournaments or anything like that, those losses don't go against you. So then they also don't go against your criteria. So now you can't medically forfeit to some kid who maybe has a 500 record, and that all of a sudden hurts you later on. So I enjoy that rule, because it gives us that leeway. If we have a kid who does get hurt, who's not 100%, I don't want to send him out there and possibly lose a match that we can win. And then David Erlinson, he ended up placing 3rd for us out there, wrestled a really good tournament. His only loss came to the number 2 kid in the state, who's right in front of him, out of Dickinson. And, going into that match, we really didn't have a whole lot of information on him. We've never wrestled him. None of our guys have ever wrestled him since I've been coaching. We can only go off of what he kind of did last year, and he was a lot different this year than he was last year. Last year he was really defensive. This year he came out and he took us down right away.
Was he the same weight as David last year, or did he?
He was up a weight class, so he's returning from an 8-9. Yeah, and
Okay.
David's obviously going up a little bit. There was definitely a length issue that we were trying to figure out with him. He was quite a bit taller than us, and when he was on top of us, he looked like a blanket just laying on us. So those are things now, though, that we go back to the drawing board. Like I said last week, we have Aaron Dykey. He's been coming in the room and wrestling with David quite a bit. And Aaron's been watching, some film on this kid and really trying to figure out and dissect where his openings are and bringing it back to David, and they go through it at practice together. So that's been helping out David a lot. Some days it gets frustrating because the things we're trying to teach him are kind of new and they don't work all the time. But it's just also kind of talking to him and be like, hey, these don't have to be perfect today. Just because you're a senior and just because you're this and that, things that are new don't always work right away, and he wants them to work right away. But sometimes that can be frustrating for him. But he's been a good sport about it and working through it and things like that. And but yeah, no, great tournament out of him. And yeah, with our 3 guys, we took 16th out of 28 teams out there. We were right behind, like Grand Forks Central and things like that in the points in total. But we were ahead of like Devils Lake, who beat us in a duel. We were ahead of West Fargo High, who we haven't wrestled yet, and things like that. So that was really good to see out of our guys.
That was pretty good results there, like you talked about. And one last thing, I know we talked about Aaron Dykey last week too. He would probably have that height advantage on David too a little bit, I think. So it's very similar to that wrestler you were just talking about.
Yeah, and he's got a style that's kind of similar. He likes to ride legs, and that's what this Dickinson kid did too. He rolled legs really hard.
Okay.
So yeah, it gives David kind of a similar look to that as well.
Interesting. All right, so let's see. Then on where am I at here? Central Cat on Thursday. What are we doing here? We talked about Red River. Oh, I got to go back to that because we talked about the Rotary first. We got to go back a little further to the Red River duel that you had up at Fargo South, and you came away with a W.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
we met. Yeah, thank you. It was nice to finally get a duel win. We kind of had a little bit of a meat grinder facing the top 4 teams in the state of North Dakota last year out of the East, right away at the beginning of the year, and then a couple tough Minnesota duels here, and a couple tough Class B duels when we weren't 100%. So it was nice to finally get a win with our guys, and it wasn't an easy win for us either. Going into that duel, there was where all of our really good guys are, and usually our point getters. They pretty much had forfeits for, so it really didn't benefit us because we were going to get 6 there. So then forfeiting gives us 6. But now they're good kids that they had, were matched up on our other kids that we had, and some of our guys had to step up pretty big for us. Knox Bolte at 133 had to face the number 7 kid in the state. He was down 12-2 to start, and that kid made a mistake, and Knox was able to throw him to his back, and all of a sudden it was 7-14, and Knox kept it to a decision for us and only gave up 3 points. So that's a big win for us right there.
Yeah.
And then at 145, they bumped one of their really good kids up to wrestle Tyler. And that was a back and forth match the whole time. That kid reversed us with 10 seconds left and went up 1, and then Tyler hit a quick reversal on him and went up with 2 seconds left and beat him 9-8. So, that was really fun.
Stuff.
Yeah, those matches are fun. They're a little nerve-wracking, but they're also super fun.
I'm sure.
And then, Jordan Kappas at 160, he's kind of our 52-pounder, and Tyler's kind of our 45-pounder, and we have Owen Morse also at 45. We don't really have with Riley Kappas being out, we don't have a 72-pounder, so we kind of do this, we throw Owen in there at 45 or 52, we'll bump Tyler up or keep him at 45 depending on the matchup, then we'll bump Jordan up to usually 60, and then we'll bump Logan up to 72 to be able to fill our lineup. So we bumped Jordan up at 60, and, he's giving up weight up there, he's giving up below strength to some of these guys up there as well. And, he just had a match that he had to dig deep to win. He was down 7-0 right away. And kind of just kept grinding, and then eventually that kid got tired, and Jordan was able to capitalize and pin him in the third period, I think with like 25 seconds left. So that was a big match, and when we look back on it, Jordan and Tyler, those 2 matches, we lose those 2, we lose that duel. So those 2 stepped up really big for us as sophomores to give us that duel win. And then Luke just sealed it at the end with a big pin against a kid he lost to that could beat him out in the Rumble. We went back to the drawing board after Rumble, and we figured out what we could do, and we wrestled him on Thursday, and we pinned him this time. So
that's pretty cool that you could do that. It's just when you do the individual things like that. It's one thing when Coach Watson or Ralph or Bogey or whoever looks at the team and how you can set up a certain zone, a defense or whatever on a team that you're facing with shooters or whatever you're facing a team. But you got to go back and individually look, and then you look at the team, right? That's basically what you're doing.
We really go back and focus on the individual. And luckily, I have great coaches and guys that even come into the room that help out a lot, like Coach Larkamp. He deals with Luke a lot in the room. As far as like what he does for a big guy and things like that. Usually I'm with Henry or David. Aaron's been helping out with Henry and David. Our flaw is that we don't have a little guy coach. Like that's kind of always our big issues. We don't have somebody for our little middle guys. So I usually try to do my best with the little middle guys, but it's hard because I have the weight on them. So like if I go wrestle with them, I have to really try not to use my weight, which then sometimes doesn't give them the actual real feel. But we also have Talon Joan. He's an NDSCS kid this year that's been volunteering at our school, and he's about 152 pounds from Dickinson, actually. So he's been really good to have for us as well this year.
It's just amazing me, all the thought processes and stuff that go into these things with these guys, and how they got to figure out the individuals and then how to work it into the team scoring and that kind of stuff.
How much scouting and film do you guys watch? Do you watch any, or
depending on
how
the
does
person?
that work?
Yeah. So we use an app called MapBoss. So it's our video recording. So if we've ever wrestled a kid, now we have that match saved. So we can go back and rewatch that exact match, everything that happened. We can slow it down, things like that. And it's from Matt's side. So it's not like Huddle where it's up in the rafters and shining down. You can actually get like pretty up and close. And depending on the tournament that some of these kids go to, like Rumble in the Red, they were able to stream every mat.
Yeah.
So like there, we had a couple, like I'll just say Watson Nagel's grandfather, Lee Nagel, bought the subscription to be able to watch Watson. So then we asked Watson, okay, can we use that to go back and watch a previous match that maybe like David was wrestling a kid or something. We're like, hey, can we go back and watch that match? So then we scouted and watched that whole match with that kid. So, I mean, we do quite a bit. Usually it's more of like, unless we've wrestled before, it's a lot of on-site, like right as sometimes it's I'm coaching this corner and that kid that we're going to wrestle next is on the other mat and I'm watching him while I'm trying to coach.
Oh, wow.
And then we'd relay that back to our kid and we'll take him back and we'll work on things on the mat right there.
So there's no active film exchange. Like in basketball, you know, we all belong to Huddle and, you know, we're supposed to post our film a day after or whatever. Or if we're going to play somebody that's not in our region, you know, we'll ask another team, hey, can we get a copy of your film from whatever? So you don't really have anything like that. You just kind of have to do it
basically on site, or if you take the time to try to go find them online on Track Wrestling or Flow Wrestling, that's really the only place you're going to get it.
Interesting. That could be difficult.
Especially those West kids that we only see once or twice. You know, it can be hard. The East kids, it's a different thing because we see them quite often.
Yeah, it's tough to go in cold. You can't prepare.
Yeah.
So you got duels coming up here in Central Cass, taking on Central Cass and Horace, and then on Friday you go to Kindred, and you got Lemoore and Kindred. So a couple of teams right there at the EDC with you, and a couple of big duels coming up.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I think we match up really well with Central Cass and West Fargo Horace tomorrow. You know, just like last Thursday, we're gonna have to have some guys step up, but I think, you know, if some of those like Jordan Kappas, Tyler Birchall, you know, Knox Bolte, Watson Nagel, you know, if those guys step up and keep it close for our bigger boys that we have up top that are really like usually our pin guys, if they can keep it within that range that we can strike, I think we can beat both those teams. And then same thing Friday. I mean, Kindred's tough this year. They got a lot of really good guys, and I think they have one senior. So, I mean, they're tough this year. They got a lot of really good kids, and they're coached well by Justin out there.
And they're both Class B, right?
Yep, they're both Class B. And then Lemoore, we've seen a couple of their kids. We went to their tournament and things like that. So, but they're pretty much kind of blind to us, and we're kind of blind to them. We don't see them a whole lot outside of a couple.
So it's kind of fun for the kids, too,
Yeah,
though.
it's more of a less stress. Like, this isn't like a conference duel, but...
Yeah. So hopefully things go well for you in the next couple days. So good luck with that.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
hope so, too.
All right, Ryan Brandt, their head coach of the BW Storm Wrestling Squad. We got Grace Brandt coming up next. She's going to talk some gymnastics here coming up shortly, and we'll be right back. Coach, thanks again.
Yes, thank you guys for having me.
We'll be right back.
No matter the time of year, there's never a bad time to get your ride sparkling at All Seasons Car Wash. Your ride deserves to shine all year round. We'll see you at All Seasons Car Wash.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about what's the network going to be after I retire, where it continues to evolve. And if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Farmers, be ready this planting season by contacting Yield Advantage for all your seed and planting equipment needs. They carry high-quality products from Precision Planting, Intelligent Ag, Copperhead Ag, Outback Wraps, Wear Parts LLC, Midwest Seed Genetics, and more. Yield Advantage can help your planter from basic service parts to liquid fertilizer setups. All of the latest technology and often significantly less than buying a new planter. Be ready to hit the field by contacting Yield Advantage, 218-517-7878, or online at yield-advantage.com.
Do you experience pain, tingling, numbness, freezing, or burning in the hands and feet? Does your balance feel off? Tired of sleepless nights? You may suffer from neuropathy. Dr. Andrea may be able to help. Neuropathy is a serious disease where nerves begin to break down, leading to balance problems and other complications. Our program addresses the causes, not just the symptoms. See if you qualify for our neuropathy program at Hornstein Family Chiropractic. Schedule a consult with Dr. Andrea at Hornstein Family Chiropractic, 701-672-1300. Hornstein Family Chiropractic, where chiropractic care is a family affair.
The folks at Tyler Farm Supply understand that farming is hard work, and that's why they only offer durable and reliable short-line farm equipment that you can depend on. Whether you're a small-scale farmer or manage a large operation, they have the tools that you need to get the job done quickly and efficiently. Plus, with their competitive pricing and financing options, Tyler Farm Supply makes it easy for you to get the equipment you need without breaking the bank. Give them a call today, 701-642-8827.
When challenging conditions arise, we don't back down. We up our game. We outpace the competition. Keep you ahead of adversity. We keep you equipped and bring you solutions that hit close to home. Channel leads the field so you can rise above. See how at channel.com/rise.
Make OSP.
All right, welcome back to the Giants Coaches Show. We finally got Grace away. She was over there talking with everybody, so we're just. No,
I know,
just
right?
kidding.
She was holding the show up.
No,
people want to blame me. And
I do blame you.
She's over there talking.
I was taking the pressure off you and putting it on Grace there for a second.
Yeah, but like I said, are you guys ready? She was ready. I'm like, I know you're ready. It's him that I'm worried about. She's always ready.
Yeah.
So let's keep her going here.
I know. But I got it on my phone just like she does, but she's got probably more stuff on her phone than
She
I
probably
do.
does. She's
I
always
usually
prepared.
have paper printouts.
Always prepared.
I know she is. She's
So,
very good at that.
Yeah, that's right.
And
But
she
we
was busy.
admire-
She was actually at another meeting tonight. before
I know
she came
she's
over
busy.
here.
She's a busy lady. So
she's-
don't hold her up. Is
and
what
she
we're
drives
trying
the
to say.
van?
We're trying to say don't hold her up.
Drives the bus, got a CDL for
She
it.
drives the bus. She's at meetings. She's a busy lady.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unreal. All right, Grace. Thanks for coming in. Grace
course.
Brandt, head coach of the BW Storm Gymnastics Squad, and thanks for coming in. We appreciate you doing that. We've only had one event since we met last Wednesday.
Correct.
And I think that was Fargo up in Fargo on Friday.
Yeah.
And how did the girls do? I know I saw some stuff on Facebook that I think you were pretty happy with.
Yeah, it went really well overall. It's fun to be able to see kind of this point of the season. It was a larger meet. We do it at the Butler Arena at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds. And so it's a really big setup. It's a different style of meet that they run. They run it following like the club rules and regulations. So it affects the amount of warm-up time that our girls have, and it affects when they get to warm up. So traditionally at a gymnastics meet, you show up, you get changed, you have 30 minutes for open stretch, and then you go through the events and you get 15 minutes on each event. Before the meet starts, you change for the meet, and then you go through. Let's say we were to start on floor.
Okay.
Each girl gets 30 seconds of warm-up time. right before she competes.
To me, that doesn't seem like much.
It doesn't seem like a lot. And there are ways you can kind of play the system or play the game. For example, if you group girls together, you
Okay.
can add up their time. So
Oh.
I'll like put maybe 3 girls together on floor.
You get a minute and a half.
Yep, they get a minute and a half, and they just kind of work around each other. They'll cross tumble as needed. You know, do their jumps and leaps, kind of whatever they need. So you can kind of bulk time in that way. At the Fargo meet, you don't get those opportunities. There's no what we call a timed touch, 30-second warm up before you compete. You get to go through and warm up while the team in front of you is competing on that event. So for example, Mandan was on beam. While Mandan was competing on beam, we got to warm up, and as soon as Mandan is done, we are on beam. So the
Okay.
girls don't get that warm-up time immediately before they compete. They each got 90 seconds while the other team is competing. They have 2 sets of equipment at the Butler Arena on the floor. So Mandan is off on the east side on their beam. We're off on the west side on our beam, and the judges move back and forth.
So you don't have, it's not standard for every meet that you're in? So like, is it sanctioned different, or is it not in the HSAA? Or, like, that would be weird. That'd be like us getting ready to start a game and, hey, you know what, you get 10 minutes instead of 20 minutes to warm up before your game.
Yeah.
Is that what it's like?
It is still a sanctioned meet. It still follows policy. It's what's called Capital Cup warm-up. And we normally do what's called touchback warm-up, and that's where you get your 30 seconds. You know, it's just right before you go. Now, there are pros and cons to each. You know, 30 seconds right before you compete. Are you going to do anything meaningful? You know, maybe, maybe not, depending on the event. When we talk about Capital Cup and what we did on Friday, I think the biggest drawback to it is that it's the only time the whole season we do this warm-up style, this meet style.
Oh, so you only do it one time?
We do it one time.
Okay.
But it really does, I think, kind of affect the mentality, maybe the headspace that the girls are in because it is so foreign. Especially with some of our newer girls, I would actually say our newer girls do a better job with it than my upperclassmen, my more senior girls, because this is the style of meet that club programs run. So if you're doing JO, if you're doing XL through USA Gymnastics, this is what my 7th graders have been doing for the last 3 years. They know it cold. But for like my juniors and seniors, they haven't done this for 6, maybe 8 years in some cases. And so I was just trying to get them that refresher. They really follow the printout schedule I give them at this meet. But all of that funk and junk aside, it went really well overall. At a meet that size, to see Elise place in 2 events, that was really exciting. We saw some PRs come in. As a team, we placed 6th, and you know, we're making progress. We go to Mandan this Friday. It's going to be a smaller meet. There's 4 of us, but seeing where our team is scoring at, seeing consistent growth in scores, even by 1/10 of a point or 1/2 a point. We don't want to be plateauing right now. And I think Fargo was a really good kind of litmus test of this. Are we plateauing too early? Are we still pushing forward for growth later on into the season? You know, what are we able to do to make sure we're taking judge feedback and score sheets, applying that information in practice, and then executing on it Fridays at meets?
How many teams from the West came out for to the Fargo meet? I know I thought you said there was somebody from way out west that was coming, like Williston or Dickinson or somebody.
Yeah, we were supposed to have Minot, and we ended up not having Minot, but we had all 3 Bismarck teams. We had Mandan, we had Jamestown, Fargo, and then Wahpeton.
Okay.
So we had 7 of the 11 teams in the state there.
Okay, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not too bad. So again, you had some individual placings and you had some PRs. So it was, again, and you've said that all along. As long as you keep building up on their PRs and everything else that they've got, and keep advancing that way toward the end, and when you go to state, then it's a different deal.
Absolutely. I think there's a really solid argument to be made from a coaching standpoint, regardless of the type of program or sport that you coach. For example, my sport is individual and it's also team. Kind of like what you guys had just talked with Ryan about, you know, when you go back and you're looking at, you know, coaching and executing at practice, you have to do film review for every kid. That looks very different than doing film review maybe for a basketball team, or even when you think about a football team, you know, you can divide up into all of your subgroups. You have your special teams, you have your offensive linemen, you have your defense, you have all of these different groups that you can kind of designate to. For something like gymnastics or even like wrestling, it's individual. You get a team score, but we want to make sure that we're continuing to drive towards that individual improvement, really tailoring practices, side stations, specific drills for, you know, the skill level that these girls are at. That's always going to be paramount from my coaching perspective, to kind of keep us moving that direction.
It's different than a one-on-one competition, because you, like every other sport, no matter what it is, unless somebody can correct me, but it's you, and that's it. And then you just take your score and then you move on. You're competing against someone, but you're not really competing against someone. That's foreign to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like wrestling, I have to wrestle that guy that's next to me.
Yeah.
Tennis, I have to play that person that's next to me. Here, I have to just go out here and just kind of do my best. I mean, the only thing that maybe is close, maybe is track, because you're going on times, but you're still competing against the person in the lane next to you. Here, you're up there by yourself. Like, I think that's difficult to be able to get out there by yourself and just kind of do your thing, and then just depend on the judges to put your score. I mean, I don't know how you feel as a coach, but I just think that's hard.
It's hard. It's different. I would say my biggest challenge with it is teaching girls as they make this transition from club into high school, or when they join high school, teaching them that their biggest enemy isn't, you know, a different team. It's not even a different girl somewhere in the state. Although, you know, we have our state score sheet, it gets sorted on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. and we rank out events, and that determines who qualifies for state for individual day. But even at state, we have an individual day on Saturday, and we have team competition on Friday. Right. Like, we compete both capacities at the state level. I spent a lot of time early on with the underclassmen trying to explain that there's maybe not like an enemy or like a bad guy in gymnastics, but what are you really competing against? You're competing against the rule book and the score sheet. Whatever your starting value is, that's what we have to work with. It's often not a 10 in high school. Their starting values might be anywhere between a 5 and a 9.5. For some of my upper level gymnasts, it is a 10 start value on some of their skills. But you're really working against a judge and trying to make sure that you are executing as effortlessly as possible what we've spent all week working on. I've mentioned it before, gymnastics is a fun sport to watch, partly because of how physical it is, but partly because of like the artistry behind it. Walking out there and trying to make something that is using almost every muscle in your body look effortless.
How do you determine the difficulty of the routine, and how do you manage, okay, I mean, like, I'm a basketball coach, okay? I want to play the hardest schedule that I can play, right? Like, how do you do that in gymnastics? How do you get the best out of what you have and not go over the top? Like, how do you manage that?
For sure.
Routines?
It's a great question. I would say floor and beam are probably the two most complex events to try to figure that out. Vault is the easiest. The scores are preset for vault. And every scoreable skill across all 4 events in gymnastics has a value assigned to it that's determined by NFHS. And so, like, my rule book, yes, it has rules and regulations, even down to like how many inches tall can the matting be and what sort of mats can be used and can't be used. And if you have 4 too few inches of matting in a beam area, your beam routine can be nullified because it's not to code. Like, there's all these little nuances. It's a very dense sport from like our testing perspective. But we sit down in the off season and we look through the rule book and we look at what skills do these girls have from a strength perspective, from a skills perspective, what can they do? What are we working towards, and what are the values of those skills? So we score on a medium, superior, high superior, and advanced high superior matrix, you could say.
You call it a scorebook?
Yep, it's our score and rule book, and it's combined.
Does it change annually?
Yes, every year. And this is something that as coaches we've struggled with, at least in my tenure down here with this program in North Dakota High School Gymnastics. Coaches have to take an annual rules test, as you know, in any sport, any activity. I have to take one, my goodness, for speech in Minnesota. but our judges are only required to test on it every 3 to 4 years.
Come on,
So we
no.
have annual score changes that judges aren't always privy to. And I shouldn't say aren't privy to, they maybe just aren't educating themselves. And so, like,
Yeah.
for example, last year we went to Jamestown. I had a girl,
Wow.
unfortunate reality, wore a sports bra that crisscrossed on her back. Solid black, but our leotards are like, you know, this wrestling singlet behind us. It's like a scoop neck. And a judge approaches me after vault and says, I took a point off of each of her vaults because her bra straps were exposed. This was a rule 2 years ago. 2 years ago, they took it out of the rule book. As long as it's a solid color, it doesn't matter if a bra strap's exposed. It doesn't matter if they have one stud earring in or not. It doesn't matter if their nail polish is no longer nude colored. You can have neon green if you want.
Oh my goodness.
But we have judges who maybe haven't gone through and looked at some of these rules changes, are deducting points. And the real tricky part is, if I want to challenge that, I have to catch that the score was incorrectly calculated at the meet, during the meet.
At that meet, yeah.
Fill out a form,
Wow.
hand it to probably not that judge, the chief judge of the meet. They review it, and then they have to go back and give it to that judge. So now, all things said and done, we might be 35 minutes, an hour and a half out from when my girl did a vault, from when my girl did her floor routine.
Okay.
So sometimes it can be something as silly as a judge doesn't know a rule. Now you really have to be kind and kind of play dumb and say, like, oh, I don't know if you know, but here in the new rules book it says XYZ.
It's crazy, dude. We have.
It's intense. It's a lot.
It has to be.
Yeah, we have. I mean, even in basketball, we have some silly rules like that. We went out on a road trip last year and we played at Beulah, and then we played the next night at Standing Rock. Well, we wore our. We have a purple uniform, and then we have a gold uniform. We wore the purple uniform on the first night. The girls wear black T-shirts underneath. We wore the gold uniform the second night. Well, the girls did not want to wear the black. They ended up wearing white. And an official who we had the night before says, hey, you know what? You guys can't wear white underneath the gold because that's considered a dark color. So you either have to wear gold or you have to wear black. And everybody has to wear the same color. We had to go change. And the girls were not happy about it because
they wore the night.
They wore them the night before.
Right.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But in gymnastics, you're going to take points off for that.
And then, well, what I'm finding is it changes every year.
That's
what I'm
crazy.
hearing. It changes every year, but yet the judges might not be privy to it. That
Correct.
just blows
Correct.
me away.
I mean, they have access to the
What's wrong
same
with this
scorebook.
picture?
NFHS does a great job educating coaches. I mean, they do a fantastic job providing resources, and they're accessible to both coaches and officials. It's just a matter of, like, maybe taking the initiative to go out and update yourself. And I understand across the state, all sports, not a unique problem. We have an officials shortage. We're struggling to find officials for all sports, and a sport like gymnastics, my gosh, if you think like me explaining the sport is maybe intimidating or a lot, scoring it is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
So we really want to be supportive of the judges that we have, and so as coaches, we try to be, you know, as kind as possible when we feel like a correction needs to be made, because we don't want to burn any bridges or, you know, create poor relationships. But the start values even of skills can change. So some vaults went up in score this year, some vaults went down in score. There are skills that get added to the rule book. There are skills that get taken out of the rule book. There are skills that exist in club and JO that don't exist in high school. And if you do them, they're not going to dock you for it, but you don't get points for it. So from a scoring perspective, I sit down with each girl. We look at what she's capable of doing, what her goals are, and then we sit down with the rule book and we calculate out what is your starting value. So some girls I have starting on vault at a 9.8. After deductions, they might score a 9.2 or a 9.4. Some girls I have starting on beam with a start value of a 6, and they might score a 3 if they fall on the beam multiple times. So it really, it's a large gamut. It changes event by event. The rule book changes a lot, so it's something that I just have to continuously educate myself on and stay up to date, because as a coach, you kind of serve as like a pseudo official. I mean, during practice, I often say, like, okay, let's think with our judge hat right now. How would a judge score what we're seeing? What feedback do you think a judge would give you? And now if we can operate and practice with that mindset, we do better at meets.
Would you ever be a judge?
I don't know that I would ever judge. There's a lot. It's almost like writing in a foreign language. Each skill has its own symbol. and you really can't ever look down at the paper while you're scoring. A lot of these
You might
judges,
miss something, right?
well, exactly. All the judges are great at, scrawling on these score sheets as they're absolutely locked into what they're seeing in front of them. But it is something where we do a lot to try to recruit girls who are graduating from the program each year at state. Remind them it's never too early to come back as an official or to learn how to judge. So we do a pretty good job recruiting there.
Once again, it's just amazing.
I'm gonna go ref.
Are you?
No, no. I just can't imagine. Our referees have.
Jordan will take you. Jordan will take you.
Yeah, he'll take me. But our referees have to take the test every year. So you're saying your judges don't have to take the test every year?
It sounds like it's every other year.
Wow.
Wow.
And the hard part is, our rule book does change year to year.
That's
we keep
crazy.
the same rule book for 2 years, but it's our responsibility as a coach when we do our rules test each year to make physical edits to our book. So this year I had to go through and scroll out some starting values. I had to add in some skills. I had to take out some skills. I had to add in some regulations for mat requirements.
That's crazy.
It is nuts.
It does change a lot.
Wow. Yeah. What's next?
We had a man down on Friday. We're really excited
that's
about
right,
it. We have 4 teams that are going. So we're looking forward to heading out to the west side of the state again and getting some more feedback from our west judges. Those are usually the judges we see at state. Dickinson hosts state this year, so we know there's going to be a lot of west judges at that meet. We're about halfway through the season, and so the state spreadsheet for sorting is starting to give a pretty accurate picture, and it looks like both Justice and Elise are going to be in for the all-around so long as things continue kind of on course. But we're really impressed with the progress. We aren't plateauing too soon. I'd like to see us continue to kind of drive towards February 13th, February 20th in terms of growth in scores and improvement. And if we could, maybe start a plateau the 13th, maintain through EDC on February 20th and really capitalize on it at state out in Dickinson at the end of February. I think it'd have a really good season for us.
Drive safe.
We appreciate it. Weather's looking maybe a little questionable. So
I think so, but yeah, be safe on the way out there, Grace.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Grace Brandt, head coach of the BW Storm Gymnastics squad. We got Jordan Christensen sitting up here next, going to talk some Cowboy basketball. We'll be right back. Thanks again, Grace.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls, Breckenridge, and Hankinson. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fast turnaround, cute designs, and so many options. It's totally made for you. Comfy Vibes Co. Fast, trendy, custom, yours. Check us out at comfyvibesco.com.
For 75 years, Corner Drug has been your trusted Health Mart pharmacy in Wapaton. As the prescription specialist, we're dedicated to your health. We provide immunizations to keep you safe, along with health pack compliance packaging for easy medication management. Plus, our medication synchronization ensures all your prescriptions are ready when you need them. Experience personalized care and expertise at Corner Drug, where your health is our priority.
Insurance is an important safety net for your family, your home, and your business. Carlson Family Insurance Agency is your local auto owner's insurance provider. At Carlson Family Insurance, they work for their clients, not the companies. Customer service and satisfaction is their #1 goal. Give Carlson Family Insurance a call for all of your personal, farm, business, and crop insurance needs. 701-672-6002 or at cfiagency.com. Carlson Family Insurance, your auto owner's insurance agent.
Every morning, we start our day with a purpose. To care for each other. Beyond hospital or clinic walls. Helping people feel seen and heard. Because family, friends, and community mean everything to us.
This is who we are, and this is what we care about.
Hey there! So we have 30 seconds to tell you why you should be a member of FCCU.
First Community Credit Union is member-owned.
But aren't all financials member-owned?
Nope, they're not.
Many have stockholders that drive decisions.
As a credit union, we put our members first.
As a matter of fact,
That means all the money that we make
cha-ching.
gets reinvested back to you, our member owners.
So come see why.
Life is better with community at First Community Credit Union.
Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4-crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdellInnovation.com. Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.
Every business begins with an idea. With dedication, hard work, and high-speed broadband, that idea can grow into something giant. The member organizations that form BAND are proud to support North Dakota businesses every step of the way, from the soil to the stadium. The Broadband Association of North Dakota, helping North Dakotans grow bright ideas into big business.
Wow.
That's some good tunes there.
Funky.
How about that?
Funky, what is it? DJ Funky Bunch and the Boys?
I don't even know what you're talking about right now. Stop
Isn't
that. Don't ever do that
something
again.
back from the old days?
Don't ever do that again. Don't
Welcome
ever
back
do
to the
that.
Giants Coaches Show.
Don't ever
Brought to
do
you by
that
Giant
again.
Seeds and Snacks and also Red River Communications, Cable Channel 28.
Wow, you just exposed yourself there.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
What was his name? You know, you're just trying to play young, but you're not that much younger than me.
Were you referring to Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch?
Yeah, there you go. Marky Mark.
Yeah. Don't do that again.
Marky Mark.
Hey, we got to move on because
I know. He's got to go get Crosby.
his
some
wife's
ice
trying to
cream.
figure out if he was on or not. So let's get him
Well,
on.
we're only
so his
15
wife
minutes
knows.
behind Hannah, so we're going to get there.
Yeah, there we
But
go.
Crosby, your ice cream's coming shortly. We'll get your dad out of here pretty quick. And he made a nice dunk on TV the other night.
That circulated around the family group chat
Did
quite
it?
a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That was cool.
That was pretty cool. Hey, the Cowboys coming in at 10-0. How about that? Don't look away.
It's a lot of
Congratulations.
fun. Thank you. The boys are playing well. The credit goes to them. They've shown up and they've won some games that we've lost leads in, and then end up just pulling away and pulling through at the end. And it's a tough group. That Staples win on Friday was a tough.
Well, let's go back to that one. The Staples one is where I wanted to go back to anyway, because that was since we last met that Wednesday. You went and played Staples Motley, and it was at home, and it was a nice win for the Cowboys, 70-64. That was a pretty tough fought game.
That was a very tough fought game. We had foul trouble in that first half and a little bit in the second half, and we had lots of guys step up and
physicality, the physicality level.
The amount of football players on the floor was pretty high in that game, and just
That's a
big
good way to put
bodied,
it.
big
That's a
bodied
good way to
kids.
put
That Staples is one of the teams that kind of matches our size pretty well. So that was a fun test. Like honestly, that was one. It's like we'll see how this goes, and because we know they're a solid team. They had some suspension issues early in the season, so they had lost a couple games they maybe shouldn't have, and they're going to win a lot of games, and they're going to be a tough team in 8AA. So that was a huge win. We had a huge game from Cooper. Cooper was electric in that game.
Yeah,
That was just kind of fun to watch. His body control was unbelievable going to the rim, and then we had just different guys make a lot of big plays. Like Charlie Krejci had a huge first half for us. I think he had 11 in the first half.
Yep.
And then Paxton Yagi hitting a couple threes.
How about
towards
that
the
for
end
a
of the
freshman
game.
coming on and hitting some big spot threes?
Well, that's what happens when you spend a lot of time in the gym in the mornings. I mean, he puts the time in, and he's got confidence in his shot, and he should.
Yep.
And then Connor Ernst hit a corner three to kind of seal it,
That's
and then Aiden and Connor hit a couple free throws at the end that had 2 for 2 trips there, which with our free throw line struggles at times, that was really big for us to do that. So we hit a lot of shots that game, which was fun to see, and you knew it was coming. It just matter of time when it would happen, and it happened at the right time because Staples did a good job of protecting the paint. So
They sure did. It was a good game. It was a fun game to call, and it was a sweep by the Cowgirls and Cowboys that night. So it was a nice way to come away. end of Friday night, I guess, for the Cowboys. And then coming up then again Tuesday, you traveled to Perham yesterday, and another nice HOL win for the Cowboys, 10-point win.
You know, that's.
And I didn't get a chance to see it because, of course, we did the girls' game last night, and I haven't seen any clips or anything. But how did the game go for the boys?
Well, it was 22-22, kind of back and forth. We had struggled offensively for a good chunk of the first half, and then all of a sudden it was 34-24 to end the half. We were up 10.
Okay.
We hit a couple threes, got downhill a couple times, and just played solid 3 minutes of basketball to go from tied to up 10, and that kind of really the last 3 minutes of the first half set the tone for the rest of the game, and really kind of won us the game. And then the second half we had it to 17 a couple times. We were stretching it out. Then at the end we had some sloppy mistakes. We honestly aren't used to having to play slow. We kind of go pretty quick, so then we slowed it down. It's not really in our wheelhouse. We had some uncharacteristic bad turnovers, and they turned into layups for them. So that's kind of where it got back down to 10. It wasn't second half. We kind of did a really good job of keeping them at arm's distance, and Cooper and Aiden played really well. Charlie shot it well, and we had some timely threes from Brock, and Joel hit one in the first half, I believe, and it was just good all-around game. And then defensively, I thought we did a great job. They have a kid, Cypress Thiel, who runs their right wing, and we did a great job of having a second guy in the gap early on him, and he didn't shoot more than, I think he shot 4 free throws on the game, and in the 6 films we watched, he had shot 60 free throws.
Oh, man.
So he had been scoring the ball a lot, and our guys did a great job on him. And then just did a really good job on other guys, kind of running them off the line. There's a few of them we had to guard on the 3-point line, and I thought between Charlie, Aiden, Avery, Cooper, running guys off the line, they did a great job. And then Paxton and Joel are great for just wearing down the other team's point guard.
Yeah, they
send
can
them
do
in. They got a kid that plays 32 minutes a game, and they got to play against 3 different guys bringing the ball up the floor who are all fresh. It makes life hard. And then Levi and Hunter did a good job protecting the paint last night. Hunter played some huge minutes for us.
Did he? Good for him.
He had a couple nice finishes down low from passes by Cooper when they went 1-3-1, and they kind of kept them from having some success running the 1-3-1 against us. But Hunter did some great things for us.
Hunter
last night.
Bogenreef, yeah. Sophomore or junior?
Sophomore. So
I thought he was
he's a kid that's developing as we go, and just going to get better.
Yeah, you can see that when you watch him in the JV games. He's improving almost week by week.
Yes.
When you get to see him. All right, you're going to make the tough. Oh, by the way, you told me before we came on the air that was a special win for you guys.
That was a big one. 2016 is the last time we won in Perm, and I don't know if either of the Cowboys or Cowgirls had won at the Hive, as they call it, the new gym. So that was pretty cool because, well, my brother Noah was really, really fired up that we won at the Hive. He was excited about that because he was the first group of Breck kids to play in it, and they didn't, or first or second, and they didn't win. And so
congratulations on that.
That was cool, and it's fun for the kids to they can take pride in that they broke a streak there. That was cool.
All right, so now you're going to make the tough trip, just like Wahpeton boys and girls are going to go up to Kindred tomorrow night. You boys and girls are going to head up to DGF tomorrow night, and that's a tough place to play too.
Very tough place to play. Their student section might be one of the most brutal ones we play against. I think it's fun, but their kids are right there, right under our basket in the second half, and they're loud. So that's going to be fun. But it's going to be cool to see the girls play a really good basketball game right before us. And then DGF's solid. They're a good team. They've had 3 days of practice. They kind of got smacked by Perm last time out, and they will be chomping at the bit to play us. So it's
you're just ahead of them while you're still undefeated in the conference right now, but they're just a couple spots below you. So they're going to want to look to gain some ground.
They're a contender in the conference for sure.
Yep.
They played Pelican to a 4-point game early in the year.
Well, good luck on that one tomorrow night, and wish you well there. I want to talk about Section 6. We call it Section in Minnesota, Section 6A. Really close over there right now, Jordan. You got you guys at the top right now in the QRF rankings anyway. You're ranked number 3 in the state. Then right underneath you is Pelican Rapids. They're ranked number 5 in the state. And then number 6 in the state is Henning. And you haven't played Henning yet either, but nor Pelican Rapids. But you, of course, will play Pelican Rapids.
We'll play Pelican twice.
And so the section standings, I'm just like, holy crap.
Our section is pretty good.
I guess. And then the fourth one is Park Christian, and they're in the low 20s.
Park Christian, and then Benson's still undefeated. New York Mills has 1 loss.
Yeah, Benson's undefeated. How about that?
Yeah.
That surprised me when I
Benson's
saw
solid.
that.
They've got some length. They're good.
Okay.
They made it to the section semis last year, and then you got Underwood, who won the Pelican Rapids tournament.
Yeah.
And beat Oak Grove in the Pelican Rapids tournament.
And I think you play Underwood at the end of February.
We did play them.
Oh, did you?
We played them on that Saturday.
Oh, yes, there it is. Yep.
So that's our section is wild. It's got a lot of good teams.
Yeah.
And there's 22 teams in the section too.
Yeah.
Like
because you're all one section. It's not a
we're
north-south
all one
this
section.
year.
So just to get out of our section, you got to be better than 22 teams. So it's going to be a grind, but you know what? We just got to put ourselves in a good spot and hopefully get 2 home playoff games out of that deal.
I just wanted to talk to you about the section rankings there real quick. And then the other thing I got to talk to you about, and I've done it to everybody else, and I'm going to look further ahead again,
You're
Saturday.
going to them Saturday.
You got to go to Saturday, man. Tell me about what you think Saturday's going to be.
I think it's going to be a fun game.
I think it's going to be a blast.
I think we need to take care of business on Thursday, and then I'll start thinking a little more about Saturday.
You coaches, you're all the same.
I'm not gonna lie. I went to the Wappenning game to watch both teams.
Yeah, sure.
So I've seen a little bit of that, but I talked to Casey a lot, Materi on their staff. He's one of my good friends, and we talk back and forth about our game and then their games, and so
believe it or not, we all talk, like we all discuss stuff. I mean, come on. I do have a question though.
Yeah, what's your question?
How do you feel about the way that the Heart of Lakes is laid out, and you play in a lot of AA schools and teams that aren't in your section? How do you feel about that? Like, you don't.
I love it. Other than Henning's not on our schedule.
Right.
I would like to see them before playoffs, just in the grand scheme of things. But I like seeing Pelican twice because then you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And they're in the section.
They're in the
section, but then there's a lot of teams that aren't in your section that you don't really see
most
unless you
of
schedule
them. We've got a lot of them on our schedule that we could end up seeing and know we know enough about the Little 8 teams. Like that's Hillcrest Conference. That's a lot of our section too.
Mm-hmm.
So we see them on film.
Yeah.
We got a few of them on our schedule, but kind of liked football where pretty much everybody was on our regular season schedule that we had to play in the
that's
playoffs.
hard. Like, it's nice for us, we play everybody in our region twice. There are some regions that don't do that, and in a perfect world, we would go and we would play everybody in region 2 once, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because then now you're going to see
them.
You're going to see everybody that you would see come region time. Play your region tournament. You don't win your region tournament, fortunate enough to play an extra game, you're going to go play somebody in region 2.
Yep.
So it's nice to be able to play them and kind of figure out where you really are. I think it's hard when you...
That's going to be hard because there are so many teams, like New York Mills doesn't play a whole lot of teams that are within the section other than Henning, and then Benson plays in a whole different
So it's really hard to
conference.
see, to really get a feel for what team is what. I mean, you kind of know who you are now, but to look at someone else's record that may be undefeated and go, well, how good are they? I think that's hard. I think that's difficult.
I think it is hard, but I know we're going to be battle tested compared to some other.
I think that's where you have the advantage.
I think
is that you are battle tested with the teams that you play.
That's going to be huge. And
do I dare ask?
I don't know what you're going to
ask.
Now.
It.
You might as well. You brought
ask
it up.
it.
You might as well.
You can't
might
say
as well.
no now.
You might as well. You brought it up. Can't go back. Here we go.
Will it be good if the Cowboys lose one before going into the tournament?
Look at him.
If this was football,
I mean, do you want to go into?
Here's my answer. 26, we can drop one. If we're only playing 12 games, I don't want to drop one. So in basketball, I think it wouldn't hurt. I think it'd be a good learning experience, but we ain't going to go into a game trying to lose.
No, I'm not trying to imply that. I guess, you're looking at 10-0 right now, which is great. And if you go 26-0 or whatever you do,
I'd rather not have the undefeated monkey on my back going into
That's
the
what
playoffs.
I'm trying to ask.
I get what you're saying. Perms dealt with that in the section back in the 2018s in the Cressup days. They'd go undefeated, and then all of a sudden it would be a.
I think that's a bit of a falsehood, okay? Because winning a championship is difficult. It's just difficult, okay? And I think when people are undefeated and then they lose, they go, well, they should have lost early. No, it's still hard. It's hard to do, like no matter what. Like,
so if you're the New England Patriots and you're 16-0 and you lose number 17.
It's hard to do.
I know.
There's nothing to say that, well, if you'd have lost earlier, then you'd have won this game. No,
but if he goes in 25-1,
you still have to win those games. It doesn't matter. Dude.
We got a lot of tough games in our schedule.
Yeah.
Where there's. Yeah. We got a lot of work left to do.
Yeah. I think that's to be left.
So ask him that question in a month.
I mean, you can. When it happens, then you're like, oh yeah, I think that's good for us. We can learn from it. Okay, fine. But I do. I think that's a little bit of folklore or whatever. I just feel like
you're putting cart before the horse right now.
you have to win the games anyway. You have to win them anyway. If you lose a game, if he were to lose a game now, he still has to win the games to win a championship.
Oh, absolutely. He's still got to go out there and march and win them.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. But you want to play. You want to play close games, and you want to win close games, because I think that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a team that goes out and you just beat the pants off everybody, and now you get into the playoffs, and now you have a close game, that's different.
There's that big target on your back.
It's different because your team hasn't been in a competitive game. They don't know how to handle late game situations, things like that. I think that's the difference. You know what I mean?
And
if you're playing a bunch of close games, all right, fine. I don't care if I'm undefeated because I know I'm ready for any type of situation. We've won close games. But if I'm blowing everybody out and now I'm going to be in a close game, that's a different animal, dude.
The HOL is tough.
Yeah.
The HOL doesn't like to let anybody go through it without dropping a couple games.
Right. That's when he said, well, I've been battle tested. That's what you want to be. You want to be battle tested and ready for any situation.
And I think you had that against Staples Motley as an HOL team there that came in. I mean, that was a tough game.
Yes, we've had a lot of battles, and it's going to be Thursday's going to be wild, Saturday's going to be wild, and then the next week's going to be just the same. Like we've got a fun 5 games coming up, like really fun.
I wouldn't do that to you as a friend off air, but I had to do it on air. I'm sorry I asked you that question.
Fair.
All right.
He's trying to win that award. It's called the Marconi, by the way. That's the award
radio.
that you're trying to win.
Is that what we get too?
Yeah, it would be. We are broadcasters, so
yes.
Yeah. So
okay.
I think you should win. I'd nominate you.
No, that's fine.
He still uses a flip phone. You can't nominate him.
It's not a flip phone. Look at there.
That thing doesn't even work. That's a prop. That's a prop.
Crosby wants his ice cream. Can we let him go?
Yeah, we can get going.
All right. Crosby's coming home with some ice cream here shortly. We'll be done. Coach Jordan Christensen, thanks again, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you coming in on a cool January evening.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Christensen. Good luck tomorrow up at DGF, by the way. All right, we'll be back, and we'll see you Saturday.
We'll see you Saturday.
All right.
Should be a fun one.
We'll be back for that, too. So we'll see you all in a few seconds. We'll be right back with head coach of the Lady Huskies, B-Dub, coming up next.
Having the right insurance team will change the way you view insurance. Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm. My staff and I believe insurance is a tool that can help you plan for what can go wrong so you can focus and invest in what can go right.
Amanda and her team are dedicated to serving you and the community. They are local, committed, and a trusted insurance team. See why they've been voted Best Insurance Agency 7 years and counting.
Come see us. We'd love a chance to work with you too.
Smith Motors in Wapaton, our goal is to find the vehicle that fits you, both in lifestyle and budget. Do more with the spacious GMC Acadia, the powerful, always dependable Chevy Silverado, or the rugged, hardworking GMC Sierra. Since 1960, Smith Motors has provided an excellent automotive experience featuring high-quality service and low-pressure sales. Chevrolet or GMC, the selection is great. And if we don't have it, we'll find it for you. Smith Motors, small-town friendly, big-town...
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wapaton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
We know switching banks takes time. But what if we told you that at Bell Bank, we have a team that knows you by name?
Worth it.
Or real people that answer the phone within 22 seconds.
Worth it.
A bank that you can trust that will never hit you with sneaky fees?
It's so worth it.
Switch and see why Bell Bank is worth it. Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Minn Kota Ag Products has helped farmers with all their agricultural needs as the farming industry has expanded. They provide farmers with all their chemical, fertilizer, seed, grain, and elevator needs. They also offer deep band tillage, chemical application, and fertilizer application, just to name a few. Proud to be a partner in your operation since 1941. Download the MKAP Grower 360 app from your app store today to see current market prices, your tickets, and any essential information for your operation. Thanks for all your hard work.
At Interstate Engineering, we're more than engineers and surveyors. We're partners in building stronger communities. For 50 years, we've partnered with communities across the Great Plains region, from airports to water systems, transportation to recreation. Our team delivers innovative solutions with integrity, loyalty, and a passion for helping others. Interstate Engineering, improving life, one community at a time.
Since 1987, Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
What does primary care mean to us? At Sanford Health, it means being there when and where you need it most. It means building a relationship, because when a provider really knows you, they can deliver the best care for every aspect of your health and your life. So what does primary care mean for you? It means understanding your health for today and for where you're headed next. It means a lifetime of care for a lifetime of you.
No matter what time of...
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Giants Coaches Show, brought to you by Giant Seeds and Snacks, and also brought to you by, in part, by Red River Communications, internet with a human touch. I'm Joe Schreiner, and he over there is Brian Watson.
Can I fix something real quick? But the question is Chad going to come over there and sit or no?
Not till after.
Until,
We're going to take a break and Chad will come
Okay,
over.
so you talk and I got to fix. You stay there.
Unless he wants to come over.
No, because now I'm in the middle.
He's
Mo-
doing something unusual.
I know, that's what he's going
I'm
to
in
do.
the middle of something.
Well, welcome, everybody, and again, we had a pretty good coaches show tonight. Adam Wertzema called at the last minute, couldn't make it in, and so we thank Adam for making the effort, but he couldn't make it in tonight. So, but we had everybody else. We had 7 coaches tonight.
You went
counting
long today with a couple people, but hey, it is what it is.
Ralph?
It's entertainment. You weren't here. Ralph was
Yeah,
Ralph was a little he was a little long. He was in his prime,
Okay.
we'll say. Yeah, he was in his prime.
there you got Chad and Yards on the screen there. in the
Yeah, I
green
do.
room.
Yeah. In the green room, which is
Yeah.
not green.
No, it's not green.
No.
And I don't think many green rooms are green.
I don't think they are.
I don't know what Yards is watching there. It's some sort of dog.
Well, he was watching that school in Fargo play. They
Yeah.
were playing SDSU.
Yeah.
And I think the school in Fargo was winning. Is that correct, Yards? Yeah. Yes, the school in Fargo was winning. So is that game over?
Yep.
So the school in Fargo won?
Yep.
The school in Fargo won. There you go. We're a sports show. We can cover anybody.
That's true.
You know, even the
And
school in
how
Fargo.
about that shout out from Abby Johnson last night from the Harvard?
I know
North?
she was up at Harvard of the
She
North.
was pretty proud of that too.
I know she should be.
Yeah.
She should be. Are we going to move on here, or what
Yeah,
are we
let's
going
talk
to do?
some Lady Husky basketball.
Okay. I don't know,
All right.
Chad.
Let's
I don't know what's going on
let's
here.
move on.
I
Don't
don't know
look
what's
now,
going on.
folks.
I don't know what's going on.
But the Lady Huskies 3 W's in a row. How about that for the Lady Huskies?
We're playing okay.
How you feel about that?
I feel pretty good about it. I think the girls feel pretty good about it.
Good. You should feel good about that.
We're playing some solid basketball. Now we're going to be tested here come tomorrow and Saturday. But as of right now, I think our coaching staff is pretty happy with the way that we're playing and some of the things that we're doing. You know, with the young team that we have, and you know, we're getting better with each game, and we've been able to string some good games together that have resulted in wins.
I know, talking to you off air, you know, in the relationship that we have, not only with the business but as friends, you were hoping to be in that second place area, and right now the Lady Huskies are in second place. You're sitting at 4-1, just right behind Valley City at 5-0.
Yeah, I you know, I mean, we want to be in first place if we,
Well,
if we
yeah,
can.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's where we want to be. But you know, if we're not fortunate enough to be in first, then we want to be in second. If we're not, you know, we
Yeah.
want to be as high as we can be.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And you know, right now we're putting ourselves in a good position, and that's kind of what we talk to the girls about. Is, you know, we have to put ourselves in a good position come region time.
Yeah.
And right now, here early in the season, early in region play, we're right where we want to be. You know, if not for a rough third quarter, one quarter against Valley, you know, maybe we take them to task. So I think as we go through the teams here the first time, we're kind of figuring out where we are and what kind of team we are and what we need to do in order to be successful. And, you know, like I said, we've been able to be successful here the last 3 games here.
Well, you had a pretty nice game against Northern Cass. You know, almost a 20-point win, 19-point win, if you will, and that was a good game for the girls. I enjoyed calling that game, and it was a well-played game by the girls.
Yeah, it was a good game. You know, we went into that Northern Cass game thinking or feeling that Northern Cass is a team that was similar to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a kind of a young team. They've got a senior in Gelbert that's pretty good, and you know, they had a really good player last year. They're the best player in the state last year. We had a really good player last year. You know, so just trying to figure out, you know, what we're going to be like. And they're a scrappy team. They've got some good young players. Now, they were down a player. Their best player was out, and I think that changes kind of the look of their team, and she may come back later. But, you know, we have to play who's in front of us, and, you know, we stuck to our game plan. We did some things that we felt like we could turn them over a little bit, and we could turn those turnovers into points. And then if we could, you know, just be consistent throughout the game and not turn it over because they were going to pressure us a little bit, and then take care of the basketball and make some free throws, I felt like we could come out on top. And, you know, we shot it fairly well. We were at 44%.
Yeah, talk about some of your leaders there, yeah.
You know, which was pretty good. We turned them over 25 times.
That's pretty good.
Which is really good. We were able to get 20 points off of those turnovers. You know, that leads to, you know, what we won the game by or whatever. But we have to be able to do those things. You know, we didn't shoot it great from the free throw line, but we made enough, you know, to keep pace. I felt like we sent them to the free throw line too much. Yeah. And that's something that we've talked about in games and in practice, that we can't foul as much as we have, but we're still getting good scoring. Mm-hmm. You know, we're playing a lot of girls, and against Northern Cass, we had 9 girls score. I mean, I don't care if it's 2 points, 3 points, whatever, you get 9 girls in the scoring column, you're doing something right. And against Northern Cass, we only had 1 girl in double figures. And we always talk about how to have 2. You're really good if you have 3. Mm-hmm. We had 1 in double figures. That was Claire Woods with 17. But we had Claire Langenwalter with 9. We had Piper Nelson with 8. We had Ashlyn Max with 7. And we had Ella Langenwalter with 7. So even though we didn't get, you know, what we wanted in double figures, look at what we had. We had a bunch of girls right about in double figures. And to have that, I think that's good for us.
Yep.
And it also shows that we have more than 1 girl that can score. And in this game against Northern Cass, their focus was taking away Piper. They face guarded her. They did not want her to get the ball. You know, their goal was to take her away. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yep.
And we have to be okay with that, and we have to understand that, and we can't force
and
anything.
She has to be okay with that.
And Piper has to be okay with that. And we can't force the ball to Piper, and Piper can't try and force it into her hands.
Right.
And I think for a young 8th grader, I think she was okay with that.
Yeah.
She did okay, you know, not trying to go get the ball too much, you know, things like that. Mm-hmm. And then Claire was able to be successful with 17 points.
Yeah, it was a good game for the Lady Huskies, and it was nice. It was a nice win.
I think it was a good win for us. Yeah. And like I said, you know, I feel like Northern Cass, Central Cass, Oak Grove, and us, we're all kind of the same. Yeah. And we're all fighting for that same position because, you know, it's no secret, Valley and Kindred, they sit above, you know, whatever, which is fine. But I feel like, you know, the rest of us, we're fighting for the same place, and we need to take advantage of that and see if we can get some wins against those teams that are like us.
Yeah, we'll talk about Kindred here in a minute, but let's go. We'll move on to the Oak Grove game. Again, another nice win for the Lady Huskies. And according to Jeff Ralph, Piper Nelson took all the points away from the basket. So she took all the points and caused the boys to lose.
Piper had a nice game against Oak Grove.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, you know,
she sure did.
We talked about. I mean, I just mentioned how Northern Cass decided that they wanted to take Piper away. Okay, fine. We had a bunch of other girls scored, and Claire was able to score 2 as well. Oak Grove, a little bit different story. Their focus was taking away Claire.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what does that do? Well, that leaves, again, other girls open. We had 8 girls score in that game, but that really frees up Piper to do some things, and she was on. And I had made a comment to a reporter about, you know, I feel like we've all been kind of waiting for Piper to have a game like that. And I think she's been waiting for it. We as coaches have been waiting for it. And it was the right scenario. Mm-hmm. You know, they're going to take away Claire. Okay, we're not going to try and force it to Claire. We're going to take what they give us. And we got some open looks. They played zone the whole game, and Piper was able to knock down some shots consistently. Our defense was good in that game. We were able to turn them over, I think, 17 times. Mm-hmm. And a lot of those turnovers led to easy baskets. Piper got some of those. And we had 2 girls in double figures with Piper with 28, her career high, and then Claire with 15. And then here we go again. Claire Langenwalter had 9. Ashlyn Max had 9. You know, so even though we don't have, you know, 3 in double figures, you got 2 right there with 9.
Yeah.
Claire Langenwalter had a great first half, knocking down a couple threes back to back, and then Ashlyn Max hit hit 2 timely threes for us, kind of like the Perham game last night, where Breck was kind of right there on the cusp and trying to get back in it. Oak Grove was kind of right there on the cusp and kind of getting back in it. We were struggling a little bit from the outside in the second half, and Ashland knocked down 2 threes back to back. And I mean, it's interesting because I saw a look on her face earlier in the game where she wasn't happy with her shooting, because she shoots it, she expects to make it. This is a 7th grader we're talking about, okay? So she shoots it, she expects to make it. She made one early, missed a couple in between there in the third quarter, and we're in a timeout, and she is just not happy. You can just see it on her face. She's like, "Grr." And I said to her, I said, listen, those are good shots that you're getting. You're going to make some. You're going to make some. Go back out. Makes 2 in a row.
Boom, boom.
And I had to stop her on the court and say, hey, what'd they tell you? And she got a little smile on her face. So, you know, I'm thinking about coaching. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, you know, I say that to the girls all the time. But it is. You have to kind of roll with the punches and not get caught up on what you miss. It's everything that's in front of you. And she was able to kind of put that behind her and use it. And they were 2 big buckets that we needed. And, you know, if we can continue to get consistent scoring, I think that we can play with just about anybody, but we really do have to take care of the ball. We had 17 turnovers against Oak Grove. We forced 17.
It's a little
gave
more
up
than
17. We just have to be able to be a little more efficient with the basketball. There are times when we do take care of it pretty well. And then the other thing that's a little bit concerning, and I think Coach Ralph talked about this a little bit, is we have to be consistent at the free throw line. There are games where we are good from the free throw line, but then there are games where we are just not very good. And it's a mental thing. Because we make them in practice. You know, we put the girls in pressure situations in practice. I'm standing next to them. I'm talking to them while they're shooting, and all these different things, you know, all these different scenarios to make it difficult, you know, with consequences and running or whatever it is. And we make them in practice. We do. We shoot a lot of free throws, Joe. A lot. I think more than probably any other team in practice. And for whatever reason, when we get into certain games, we just aren't able to make them.
Sometimes,
and I think some of that has to do with youth too.
That could be.
I think it does, and I think as these girls get older, I think they'll understand the situation, and they will be able to transfer what they do well in practice in the games.
All right, so you got to take that good free throw shooting and lower turnovers. You got to take that to Kindred tomorrow night. You got the early game ahead of the boys tomorrow against Kindred, and they're just right there with you in the standings in Region 1.
Yeah, I mean, like I told the girls today, this is a big game for us here early in the season. You know, if we can somehow go there, play well, and come out with the victory, it's a statement game for us, and it really puts us in a good position as far as Region 1 is concerned of what our mission is. Okay, so we're going to have to try and go in there and be focused, stick to our game plan, and try and play a full 4 quarters of basketball and not worry about what they're doing or any mistakes that we make. We got to put those behind us. And it's got to be next play mentality and score 0-0 on every play, and hopefully we can go in there and put them back on their heels and play a good, solid basketball game.
Yeah, I think the girls are going to play well up at Kindred, and it's going to be a good show up there for you guys.
They've got 2 of the best players in the state.
Oh, absolutely.
In Sierra Nipstead, who's just a sophomore. And Trinbeth.
Liza
Trinbeth, who's a senior. I mean, those 2 girls are going to play at the next level. And
they will.
They're going to play at a high level at the next level. To have 2 girls like that on your team, it's difficult. And they pressure.
And one's just a sophomore.
One is just a sophomore. And arguably one of the best players in the state. I mean, but it is what it is. We got to play against, that's who we have to play against. And we're going to go there and we're going to play against them and we're going to give them our best. And we're going to try and figure out a way to see if we can come out there with a win.
All right, you ready for Saturday? We already talked about it with Bogey, but I got to ask him one more time. Saturday, the big border battle with Breckenridge, Cowgirls.
Are we ready for Saturday? Is that the question?
Not till Friday night.
I was going to say, well, I'll let you know on Friday if we're ready for Saturday.
All right.
But it's like, all the other coaches have said, we all have a game tomorrow.
Yep.
We have to focus on that game. If we didn't have a game tomorrow, we'd be talking about Breck and we'd be preparing for Breck, and that's what we would be, spending time on in practice and, things like that. But as as the other coaches have stated, we have a game tomorrow that's a region game for us. It's an HOL game for those guys. And, we're going to focus on that. And then after that game tomorrow, we move on to Saturday. And I hope that we're prepared. Like I said, I just want the girls to go out there and play well.
Yeah.
And, and we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Hopefully it's a good battle. I think it always is. And,
if you can't make it to the game, it's going to be good TV.
I think it will be.
On
I think
Three Borders
both games
Sports
are
Network.
going to be good.
I do too.
Both boys and girls. It's a fun day of basketball. It's a unique event.
Yeah.
It's a unique day. To have all these basketball games in a row, to be, a game about charity, about community, things like that. I just think it's a good day of basketball, and it's a unique event, and we're just happy to be a part of it.
I agree 100%, and the same thing goes for us at Three Borders Sports Network. So thanks, and we appreciate being a part of it. And going to give a quick shout out to Chris Kelson. He's got our booth all set up for us.
Yeah.
So we're good to go there. All of us at Three Borders Sports will be there on Saturday. So
I might come up in the booth a little bit too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a break. Unless you got something else you want to throw in there, but let's take a break and we'll come back with the Comdale Innovation Play of the Week.
How about if we do that?
All right. Let's take a short break and then we'll reset. Chad might even join us on.
You
the
think
set
he
here.
will?
He might.
I think he wants to.
Okay. All right. We'll be right back.
A farmer's relationship with Red River Grain Hefty Seed never changes. Red River Grain Hefty Seed works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain Hefty Seed has been saving farmers money for years. For all your grain and agronomy needs, stop in or call the friendly staff at 643-3738 or visit them online at redrivergrain.com.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for Students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Wahpeton Deli and Eatery, serving delicious deli staples paired with great service and friendly staff. They use the best ingredients and provide a great atmosphere. If you have an office party or an at-home celebration, Wahpeton Deli and Eatery can help with your next event. And now you can order online for in-store pickup. Check it out at wahpetondeliandeatery.com or call 642-3639.
No matter the time of year, there's never a bad time to get your ride sparkling at All Seasons Car Wash. Your ride deserves to shine all year round. We'll see you at All Seasons Car Wash.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Giants Coaches Show. It's also presented to you by Red River Communications and Cable Channel 28. I'm Joe Schreiner. He's Brian Watson, and joining me on the set here is the other legend in the Twin Towns. Chad.
Is he a legend? In his own,
everybody knows.
In his own mind, he's a legend.
Everybody knows Chad. Hey, I made a promise to somebody today. I was going to mention this. It's a nonprofit organization. The Kiwanis, the local Kiwanis Club, is having a pancake feed on March 7th over at the Wahpeton Community Center.
I might have to go to that.
Yeah, I do too. I think the same thing.
I can eat pancakes.
I know you can. So can I.
So the Kiwanis is having their pancake feed for a good cause. That's their only fundraiser during the year. And I made a promise today that I would mention it during the show. And I'll try to remember it during the games on Saturday too.
There you go. There you go.
March 7th.
March 7th. I might be busy.
March 7th. Yeah, you might be busy.
You're going to be up at the state tournament, I suppose.
We're going to be playing in the
Playing in the state tournament, Joe. Come on now.
Come on.
I said you're going to be up at the state tournament.
No. You said you're going to be up. There's a
No,
difference.
I said you're going to be up at the state
There's a
tournament.
difference, though,
Joe,
between
there's a
up and
difference.
playing.
There's a big difference
Chad.
between up at the state tournament
He's gonna
and
go anyway.
playing at the state tournament. There is
gonna
a
be playing.
total difference. Come on now.
Are you with him on this?
I would agree with
He
Watson
is on.
this.
He
Yes,
knows.
I would.
He knows the
Yes.
deal.
One way or the other, you're going to be up there.
He's going to be at the
Joe.
state, but he's going to be playing at the
Chad,
state.
come on.
I know.
Tell him we're
His
going to be
team
playing
will
at
be
state
He's going to be
tournament.
playing.
His team will be playing.
Come on. I won't
Well,
play, but
well,
our
he
team
will be playing. He'll be all right. He'll be.
Now who's right?
You have to have that positive speech.
His,
Yards,
team,
help
will
me
be,
out.
his team will be playing. He'll be coaching at the state.
Help me out,
Correct.
Yards.
Correct. Yards is he's still
He's
trying to
eating
find
chips.
that team in Fargo.
He's
He
eating
didn't
chips.
eat many pretzels tonight.
No, we
We
gave him
kind
too
of
much
gave him a
grief
hard
last week.
time, so we kind of gave him a hard time.
Sorry, Yards.
All
All right.
What time is it?
What do we got going on? It's time to go home.
Look what is going on here. Wow.
Between you and Ralph.
Wow.
It's the black cloud that started it.
Wow.
Black Cloud.
Hey, here's what we got to do.
All right.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a timer.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to start it right away.
Yeah.
And we're ending when that thing hits double zeros.
When it empties, it's over.
Yeah. And we're giving Ralph 5 minutes. That's all we're giving him.
That'll never fly.
I know. It is.
That'll never fly.
But when you make the schedule, though, here's what you have to do. You have to give Ralph his half an hour, 25 minutes or
And
whatever
schedule
it is.
everybody after that.
And then schedule everybody after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Instead of have every 15.
yeah, because you got to give 5 minutes for Ralph messing everything up with his bad aura, and then us introing for 5 minutes, and then his interview. So, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Chad, you would think it's our first show ever.
Hey, we got a busy week next. Not
Here-
only Saturday do
here
we
he
got a
goes, here he
doubleheader
goes.
with Breck Wap boys and girls over at NDSCS on Three Border
yeah,
Sports.
busy
look
everywhere.
at this. Next Monday is Martin Luther King Day, of course, a holiday, so there's nothing going on as far as sports. Tuesday, Breck boys and Perham, and Wap girls and Wap boys against Valley City. So Noel will have that doubleheader over there, and I'll have the Perham game. Then Wednesday, you've got your civic duties.
Yes.
I have a doctor appointment.
Yes.
Breck boys will play Pelican on Thursday.
Yep.
And
That'll be a
then
good game.
Saturday
that will be.
again, Breck boys will take on Hillcrest.
Hillcrest. Yep. It's a busy week over there, Joe.
Busy week for us at Three Border
Yeah.
Sports.
We're gonna be
Network,
busy.
so.
Busy.
Yeah.
How about that?
Maybe he'll have his flip phone figured out by then. He doesn't want to bring it on the show.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Because he doesn't, he doesn't want people to see it.
This is my old BlackBerry.
But,
I told you he's got 3 phones.
yeah, I know.
Blueberry?
Yeah.
BlackBerry.
But see, he doesn't even know
Blueberry.
blueberry, blackberry, strawberry. Come on, kid. What are you
I know.
talking about over there?
Yeah, Joe.
He doesn't know.
It's not my bag phone, at least.
Yeah, the bag phone. How about that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't bring
All
that
right.
thing out. Yeah.
All right, we had a pretty good play of the week this week.
Yeah, we do. I mean, I think it's fitting. It didn't matter what else happened.
Yep.
This was going to be the play of the week. I think it's well earned, well deserved.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was
no secret.
It's no secret what it would probably be. It's Staples Motley in the Cowgirls game. Special player over in Breckenridge, and she fought through injuries, and she hit a milestone this year, and it's her 1,000th point. And I did not say that during the clip that Brian
I think
has.
you said it, but you said it a little bit later. But
Yeah, and I
only
set it
have,
up through the whole night.
I only
anyway,
have
but-
a window that I got to
Right.
work with. So, but good announcer would have thrown it in there.
I should have put it in there. And I got to give a shout out to Yards there. He did a good job of zooming in on Jonica at the time, and
so
it was well done. I think it was.
Congrats to Jonica.
Yeah,
by the way.
Congrats to Jonica.
Absolutely.
Yep. And,
That's not easy to do.
No.
Even though she's been playing since 3rd grade varsity.
And they had
grade.
more games, and the games are longer. And all
She
that
might
kind
give
of,
you-
I mean, there's, but to do it is still yes. No,
she might give
absolutely.
you a little grief on Saturday about since 3rd grade. But
That's all right.
all right.
We get along.
Yeah.
Jonica and I.
Chad, anything else?
We get along.
No, I'm good.
I got an autographed basketball back there from.
I have one too.
From
I have
who?
one too.
Did you
Oh,
get
one of
from
those?
her?
From Jonica, yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was special.
Not me. I'm over.
I'm not that
I
special.
told you, me and Jonica, we get along. We get along really well.
Man, I thought I was special.
So, yeah,
I thought I was at least more special than him.
He doesn't coach.
All right.
Yeah.
John Dillon. All right. We'll all be there. I don't know how much time you're going to be able to spend in the booth with us on Saturday at the boys'
I don't know. We'll
game.
see. We'll see what happens. I'll be up after.
Yeah.
I mean, our game's second, so I'll be up after the game.
For post-game.
What I think you should do, and we'll see if Bogey will agree, is I think we both should come up and you can interview both of us after the game, no matter
Bogey,
what.
No matter what happens.
And Bogey usually does that on
That's
his
what I'm
own
saying.
games anyway.
We both usually come up after the game.
Yeah.
So I think we both should get up there.
Or I take the cordless mic down and we do it on the floor.
I don't care.
It's a long way. 41 steps up there.
I know.
47.
No,
Isn't it?
it's 41.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it'd
41,
be
trust me.
easier.
Oh, it's the.
I think it's easier if we both just come up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be
And
honest.
have headsets. And
Yeah, we just come up there. We can talk to both of us. I think that'd be all right. I
That'd be
think
all right.
people probably want to hear, no matter who wins the game.
I think our plan is to have 2 cameras, Yards and
We're gonna
Chad
put
are
these
going to
guys
run
to work,
cameras
is what
for
we're
us.
gonna
So we're
do.
going to have 2 camera operators.
Yeah, we're gonna put them to work.
Noel will be there to help me with the color.
Yep. Help you with the technical stuff. Yeah. You just announce. You just announce.
I'm not saying a word, Joe.
Well, you're laughing at him.
It's the way that it goes.
doesn't help.
It's the way that it goes.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're not coming back after this. We're gonna have the
we're
play of
going
the
to
week.
go right
Comdell
away. As soon as Comdell Innovation Play of the Week is done, and it's her 1,000th point. Congratulations to Jonica. Congratulations to the Cowgirls on that win. And for everybody here at Three Borders Sports Network, here is the Comdell Innovation Play of the Week. We'll see you on Saturday, everybody.
Waiting for the last shot now.
Yeah, I think
there it is. Come on. There, she got it. There it is. That's a 3, and that does it. She's got 1,000. Standing ovation for the young lady, and that will be the half. Congratulations to Jonica.
Comdell Innovation is now hiring production technicians for a variety of shifts with opportunities to make $20 or more per hour. Work in a clean, climate-controlled facility. Second shift, 4 10-hour days, every weekend off, 3:30 p.m. to 2 a.m., and 4-crew rotation, straight days, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., or straight nights, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Apply in person or online at ComdellInnovation.com. Comdell Innovation of Wahpeton, an employee-owned company.